Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. And I hope you've got black fatigue. I do. I really do. And this story, we've seen this before. I'm appalled by the people who have gathered around the school in Chicago, screaming, no justice, no peace. Well, who are you saying that to? White people, the school administration? Dr. Claude Anderson, the man who laid the foundation for foundational Black Americans, he said Black people will become a permanent underclass. He said it. I'm going to repeat it tonight. Future convicts, elementary kids, babies, jumped a Black woman and her two children, in case you don't know the real story, snatched off her wig, kicked her. Was she pregnant? I don't know. It's very entertaining, sadly, because now it's reached a point where it's just regular shit. It's regular shit. I hope you're appalled. I hope you want to voice your opinion, because sometimes when we talk about Chicago, seriously, so many people like me, we've become accustomed to the lunacy, the nonsense, the degenerates, the ingrates. You can blame the Jews, you can blame the illegal immigrants, whoever. But on this one here, there's no one to blame. I've got 2, maybe 3 videos to play. I want you to chime in, but don't call in here trying to make excuses. According to WGN News out of Chicago, no one has been arrested yet. Why not? Why haven't parents been put in handcuffs? I don't know the laws in Chicago. Every time we discuss it, it's just, we don't need the National Guard here. At this point, I agree. Let them sort it out themselves. The mayor of Chicago, a complete idiot. So that's what we're going to talk about this evening. That's what we're going to talk about. Also, Nicki Minaj delivered a speech at the UN. What do you think? Is Nicki a coon? Is Nicki a tether out of control? I'm going to play this speech. She's trying to get her weight up. I don't know. I'll reserve comment for right now, but we'll get to that video shortly. All right. Hey, good evening in the live chat. How do you guys feel, huh? How do you feel? No justice, no peace. That's what they're screaming outside the goddamn elementary school. Oh, and I saw 2 Black preachers. The Black preacher is not a friend to the Black neighborhoods. There's no such thing as a Black community, let's be clear. Dick Gregory said that. I mean, I've been saying that for decades, but Dick Gregory said that. But the Black neighborhoods and the Black preachers are grifters. And I'm not just saying that because I'm an atheist. The Black preacher just wants a bag so he can calm you down. Yes, he wants to calm you down, tell you it's going to be all right. Let's pray. Let's have a candle vigil and all that sort of nonsense. Benjamin Crump is on the scene. He's going to do his jig. I'm sure she'll get a bag. Get a bag from the Board of Education or something. But what about the little future convicts? Oh, my goodness. Did you see them kicking that woman? The hate, the anger. They despised her. Can we have a real conversation about learned behavior and why those babies were kicking that Black mother in her early 30s like they hated her? Well, Black people hate each other. Hispanics hate each other as well, but Black people do hate each other. That's a fact. Are they taught at an early age to hate Black women? Come on, you got to learn me that one, as they used to say back in the South. You got to learn me that. I got a white mama. I can't help you with that. I don't know if you're taught to hate Black women at an early age, but that's what it looked like to me. Those little girls snatched her wig off, stomping on her head. And they kept focusing on her ankles. Were her ankles ashy or something in the goddamn video? I mean, I tried to study it as much as I could. Were her ankles ashy? Well, she's a mother. It's not like she was trying to walk a fashion over a runway or something, or, modeling. So are they taught to hate black women? Come on now, chime in, be very honest. Rob Lowe got your donation early, sir. Salute to you. I am appalled, let me just say that, at the constant claiming, oh, yeah, this is what we supposed to be doing. Yeah, we, yeah. And please don't go ahead talking that French shit tonight. We. And don't address me as brother. I'm just going to get you up out of here fast. Standing in solidarity on the steps of the school. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You've been exposed. That's why you're kicking up dust. You've been caught. You see, this goddamn tracking device, it works two ways. It's not just to catch, people violating you and yours. But when you get caught lacking, your little savages, your little maggots, when they get caught on camera, oh, then people start talking. Yeah, we got to stop this. I don't believe you. Without further ado, let me just get to the first video. Then we're going to talk about a couple of other things. The artist known as David, who spells his name with that real weird spelling, he's now a suspect in the murder of that young 14-year-old Celeste Rivas. Okay, we'll get to that shortly, okay?
Tonight, a school community outraged after students allegedly attack a mother walking her kids home from school. Extra security and more adults outside of Bright Elementary School as students left for the day today. This after an attack 24 hours earlier on a parent. City officials and CPS administrators were at the school most of the day.
It's horrifying, particularly for the young children, to know that they're going to have to live with that trauma for the rest of their lives.
The focal point here is how we support the family and the community, and we got to try to make sure things like this don't happen again.
Video shared tens of thousands of times on Facebook shows the attack. You see the woman being punched and eventually falling to the ground, where the assault turns even more violent. We've frozen the video here because it's too graphic after this point. We've also blurred the faces of the people involved because they're minors and no charges have been filed. Today, dozens of people came out to support the mom who allegedly reported to the school her son was being bullied for 2 years. Some parents at the school did not want to be on camera.
It's nothing new that's been going on, and a lot of the parents need to be held accountable. Them kids need to be held accountable.
Mayor Johnson issued a statement saying, in part, we must redouble our efforts to teach our young people that violence is never an acceptable response. Our students and families should always feel safe on their way to and from school, and we must make the critical investments necessary to make that a reality in every part of our city.
It's an outrage, and I just feel like we got to do better as parents, maybe a community, maybe as the school, and this could have been prevented if the school would have helped out more, the principal would have stepped up.
Justice still need to be done. Something need to be done to the kids that jumped on them, some type of justice.
Sources tell us some students will be questioned. However, investigators are using great sensitivity, we're told, because those to be questioned are minors. Meanwhile, CPS tells us they are working to support the victims of the attack, and city officials tell us they are working to try and find another location for this family to live. In the South Deering neighborhood, Leah Hope, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Let's get right down to business. Area code 347, are you there? Or is that 720? Good evening.
Start.
Good evening.
Start.
Good evening.
Hey, it's Charlie Brown, man. How's it going?
What's going on, man?
Thank you for taking my call. I'll keep it quick. So I saw that thing in Chicago, and I'm like, well, the kids were out of school. What are they expecting people at school to do? I mean, at that point, that's basically in the the hands of the parents, and everything like that. I don't see why they're marching down to the school for that. So I guess was the mom talking like crazy to the little kids, or I mean, I watched the video you played, but I guess what's the context? I mean, I don't see why they would attack her like that.
The context, I don't know, to be honest with you. She appeared to be a very mild, calm demeanored person. I mean, I don't know if and I wasn't saying that to be funny, if she herself has special needs, but I've got another video with her in the hospital bed, and she said her son is very calm as well. Are they just meek people in the slums, and their food in the eyes of others? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, from what I could tell, it looks like these kids were just bored. Nowadays, I mean, these kids are like, setting up like Marines and jumping them. Like, it's something with the social media, and I don't know, man. I think they need to find something else.
Are you a parent, sir? Are you a parent?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Nor am I, but I don't want to hear about, they need something to do. They need music programs. They need basketball courts. I don't care about none of that. I mean, I want to see somebody in jail. I don't believe that rehabilitation works for everybody, and I don't even want to think about 10 years down the road. But right now, you have to save some with regards to these particular crimes. That was a crime, a horrific crime. Yes, no?
Absolutely, yeah. It looks really bad, to be honest with you. I guess, the issue is with the court system. I mean, they're really lenient on the juveniles, so they basically get away with murder, at that age, and, they get a slap on the wrist, and then, they're good to go. So I think it would have to start there, basically people voting in the right people, and, you getting the right laws passed.
Yeah.
But I did want to speak up on Nicki Minaj, though, since you brought it up.
Yeah, I haven't played that video yet, but did you see the video of Nicki speaking at the UN?
I did.
Go ahead.
And she did look, she did look a little nervous, like you were saying, because it didn't seem like, she's used to being around that kind of sophistication. So that's why I think she was nervous, because she's not used to being around, those group of people. But I think it's kind of bold on her. I don't know if it's just a publicity stunt, but, people don't necessarily, like Trump, in the black community. So for her to, give him props like that, that's a pretty big stance for her. So I will give her, props for that.
I'm not giving her no props. Nicki Minaj is from Trinidad, and she waves that flag proudly. Here she is now talking about trying to give Trump, credit for just mentioning, Nigeria, possibly seeing what's going on over there. I don't want to see American troops over in Nigeria just because they're doing what they've been doing for thousands of years. I don't give her no goddamn credit, but I'll let you land your plane. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I guess, just to land my plane on that, with all the Epstein stuff coming out, it's a lot going on right now. So basically, I'm just telling anybody and everybody, just do your research first, and look up everything, because the news is changing every second. So updates are coming, every which way. So, but I appreciate you taking my call, Star. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Yeah. Area code 347. Good evening. Did you see the melee in Chicago?
Good evening. Yes, I did. This is Firestarter. How are you, sir?
Hey, man. How you been? What's going on with you?
I'm good. I want to speak on the Chicago Savages respectfully. I know you don't like the term YN, but would you not have to classify these young ladies as YN? Because if you notice in the video, and I'm not justifying at all, if those were mostly young boys, it would be, where's the father? These boys are out of control, but that never happened. So I'm trying to find out, what do you think about that?
You're talking about the little maggots who were jumping on the mother?
Correct.
Mm-hmm. I think they're just maggots. I mean, we can do the whole breakdown, how many girls versus boys they were. I mean, I think it's a culture.
No, but
hang on. I think it's a cultural problem nationwide. A cultural problem. I really do have black fatigue. I'm not just, trying to sound entertaining and funny. Do you know how many young females versus boys were jumping on that mother? I mean, I saw an unedited video earlier. What did you see?
I saw mostly females.
Okay.
I saw mostly young ladies. That's what I saw. I didn't see anything. And the reason why I want to point this out, because the aggression in the Black community, as you said, I don't know why do they hate each other. I don't understand it, because I could guarantee you, in my personal opinion, most of those parents who were outside the school, what were they doing? Protesting, no justice, no peace, like we're back in the 50s and 60s. I bet you some of their kids were the one who was kicking that woman and pulling her hair. So it's like, it's sad. And, I don't know. It was really disgusting. I haven't saw a video that disgusting since that hospital video you played the other day. And it's just, I don't know, what can you do in this aspect to kind of fix the issue?
Absolutely nothing. Black people are a permanent underclass, according to Dr. Claude Anderson. We can't do anything. Let's be real. It's going to keep happening. It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop.
It's not. No, I agree. I read Powernomics as well as what is it? Black Labor, White Wealth. I read all that, and he's correct. I think he predicted it in the year 2005. I want to say it was supposed to happen in 2015. I don't recall, but he's absolutely correct. Blacks are a permanent underclass. Dr. Claude Anderson spoke about a code of ethics and how to speak, how to act. These blacks don't even know how to read. I bet those kids that was in the video can't count or read, but they know how to fight and talk about whose leg is ashy. She said in the video.
I think you're giving the females too much credit by calling them ladies. Every female is not a lady. I think you give them too much credit. But go ahead and land your plane, man. Good to hear from you. I'm just sitting here, regurgitating the same story that I literally gave 15 years ago. Go ahead.
I'll just land my plane on it. It is sad. But I hope you also play some white videos of them acting.
No, sir, I've got black fatigue. I'm not going after white people tonight. When I do that, you don't chime in. I've got black fatigue.
I do.
But thank you. Thank you, man.
All right.
Yeah. Yo, expose white people. You're scared sometimes. Don't start that shit.
Hello, everyone. I must say I am very nervous, so please, thank you, Ambassador Waltz, for this invitation. It is an honor to stand on this stage with you and the other distinguished speakers here today to shine a spotlight on the deadly threat faced by thousands of Christians in Nigeria. I would like to thank President Trump for prioritizing this issue and for his leadership on the global stage in calling for urgent action to defend Christians in Nigeria, to combat extremism, and to bring a stop to violence against those who simply want to exercise their natural right to freedom of religion or belief. I stand here as a proud New Yorker with a deep sense of gratitude that we live in a country where we can freely and safely worship God regardless of one's creed, background, or politics. No group should ever be persecuted for practicing their religion, like I recently stated on social media. And we don't have to share the same beliefs in order for us to respect each other. We're way beyond thinking or expecting or assuming for, the person sitting next to you to have the exact same beliefs. We're beyond that. That's ridiculous. But that shouldn't make one person feel less safe than anyone in any room. Music has taken me around the globe. I have seen how people, no matter their language, culture, or religion, come alive when they hear a song that touches their soul. Religious freedom means we all can sing our faith regardless of who we are, where we live, and what we believe. But today, faith is under attack in way too many places. In Nigeria, Christians are being targeted, driven from their homes, and killed. Churches have been burned. Families have been torn apart. And entire communities live in fear constantly, simply because of how they pray. Sadly, this problem is not only a growing problem in Nigeria, but also in so many other countries across the world, and it demands urgent action. And I want to be clear. Protecting Christians in Nigeria is not about taking sides or dividing people. It is about uniting humanity.
Phone lines are open. Rhyme over reason. I got your comment on the screen. What did you think of her speech? Somebody wrote that for her. I didn't like her execution. It seemed very, or she seemed very out of water. Out of water. I don't know. Let me go to area code. Who's this here? Hey, good evening. Please watch the language. Are you up to speed on the topics? Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Hey, Star, Detroit Ziggy Con. How are you?
Hey, what's up, man? Where do you want to start?
So, are we using, is Nicki Minaj the next Candace Owens for the Democratic Party?
Stop it. Stop it.
Is she a pawn? Right? I mean, she was just twerking at the Democratic convention in Chicago a few months back, right?
Nicki Minaj, I wasn't aware. I know Megan Thee Stallion was shaking her doo-doo maker. Was Nicki Minaj as well?
I think it was one of those gals, but nevertheless, I mean, as you can see, she obviously is a role model, right here in America. Her name, when she pops up, the temperature rises, right? So she is obviously an influence, right?
I wouldn't say so, but continue on. Go ahead.
Well, she's obviously reading from a script. She's not comfortable. We are talking about a gal from the Bronx that set up drug dealers and was shaking her ass from.
I think you're getting your black rappers confused. Cardi B is from the Bronx, who admitted to trick rolling, as they call it. Nicki Minaj is from Queens. You're getting your shaking rappers confused.
I am. You know what? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But nevertheless, we got a ratchet broad, right? That is at the United Nations speaking, obviously from a written script. So what is her purpose there? Who planted her there is the question. How did Nicki Minaj get to that podium?
Can you tell us? Because I got a lot going on right now. I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, but I think she's trying to make a pivot, if you will. I mean, she gets dragged for her brother who's in the penitentiary, a convicted pedophile. Her husband, he got caught up in some stuff. I forget his whole charges and conviction. She's on social media talking hella crazy to the black people, but here she is now standing in front of mainstream America, and she's talking like an old slave. That's my assessment of it all. Come on.
Yeah, obviously she was a paid plant, right? She's there for a reason. She's a pawn, like many people are, right? And you had me last night. I believe whoever has the king's ear is the king. And any mind is easily manipulated. But let me go back to Chicago, please.
Yeah, I want to focus on the I'm saying the future convicts, the young maggots. I mean, I'm trying not to go really there just yet, but I'm tired of Chicago. I don't want to hear anything. I can even go back to Yummy. You ever heard of this guy Yummy, who was killed in the mid-90s?
No, I have not, but I am familiar with the drill rap, but you know what I am familiar with? I am familiar with Louis Farrakhan, which the Nation of Islam is based in Chicago. I am familiar, with the Trinity Church of Christ, the largest black church in Chicago. I'm also familiar with billionaire Oprah, Kanye West. Where have any of those influential black leaders been? Star, has anybody seen?
You forgot Barack Obama. There's a lot of people out of Chicago.
Huh?
You forgot Barack Obama. If you're going down a list of black prominent figures from Chicago, but hang on a second.
Yes,
Robert Yummy Sandifer, an 11-year-old Chicago boy who was tragically murdered by a fellow gang member, 1994. I've spoken about this before. Troll babies. Hold on a second, sir. Robert Yummy Sandifer. So Chicago has a history of violence with regards to minors. I'm not surprised by this. I want to talk about the people, in my opinion, who got exposed. This happens in Chicago. This is regular-ish. So naming all these black prominent people, we've been there, done that. Jesse Jackson, nothing is ever going to change with regards to that. Go ahead.
Right. Well, again, I mean, are we waiting on the racist white man to solve everybody's problem? Is that what we're waiting on? I mean, let's be objective here. Is that what we're waiting on, America? We're waiting on the racist white man to solve everybody's problems and issues, right? Yet, nevertheless, the property taxes are going up, homicides are going up, Black Lives Matter, but yet all the children that are getting aborted are black and Hispanics, right? So, what country are we living in, Mr. and Mrs. Gullible, right? And yet, we're at the voting polls every 2 years, voting for what? Our demise.
Well, listen, I'm already out the window. I'm so far beyond, them blaming. And when I say them, I'm talking about the people in Chicago, these young grandmothers who more than likely have tattooed teardrops on their goddamn faces. I'm beyond that.
Correct.
I want to see people locked up. I've got black fatigue. What say you?
Thank you. So did the nurse the other day in Texas. She's got black fatigue too, right? So I mean, again, we're going back to what we are supposed to expect from particular cultures. Before they walk into the emergency room, we know what the attitude is going to be like. We read the body language. We're Americans. We know how to profile people. And that's why Americans, everybody in the chat room, limit your liabilities in life. Stay single, stay vigilant, and stay away from haters because everybody's a snake.
What's your name again? I want to make sure I got you locked in here. What's your name?
My name is Detroit Ziggy. I'm always in the chat room, and I've noticed the chat room is getting less trollless. We're getting some more intelligent people on there by the comments I'm viewing.
I hope not. I want them in there trolling and turning up tonight. I don't want nobody.
Well, nevertheless, Star, listen, you look great. You sound great.
Thank you.
Thank you, and keep up. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy your night.
Okay. Detroit Ziggy. Sir, did I just get a text from you? Is that Mo Fax tapping in? 919.
How you doing, Star?
I'm alive, Mo. Good to hear from you, man. Where do you want to start?
It's good to see you and good to hear from you as well. I'm going to start with Chicago. What we have here is the result of COVID-19, and I'm going to explain what I mean.
Oh, come on,
These young, I'm going to explain it to you. These children were locked away from structure, love. Some of these children have never been loved because when these children go to school, the kindergarten, first grade, second grade teachers are the first person to ever love them. And they were locked away from this. Count back 5 years from now, those children are probably 19 years old.
Okay.
They were locked in their homes with their miserable parents for 2 years without any interaction that most children that of that age need. And we're seeing the result of it. This is way worse than the YNs. This next generation is going to be way worse than the YNs, way worse than the little yummies. And we're seeing it now. They have what the things that Hillary Clinton prophesied about the super predators.
Super predators.
This is going to be true. This is going to be true about them. They have no empathy. They have no compassion. And it's another thing that you brought up about the mother possibly being on some spectrum. Let's just say it like that.
If I can jump in, listen, when
Yes.
I'm doing my research, I'm a little silly sometimes. And when I saw her talking, I said, is this bitch on a perky?
No.
I'm just stupid. I'm stupid like that. I said, what's going on with this bitch?
No.
Hey, hang on. Hang on. And then I watched a video of her in the hospital. I said, okay, maybe she's a special needs person. A couple of people said she's got is it sickle cell?
Sickle cell.
I want to be sensitive, but here's the thing: is that the hood? Did this happen in the hood? That I don't know.
Well, what I was going with it, what your observation is, there's a thing called dysgenics.
Okay.
Dr. William Shockley brought this up in the late 70s, early 80s, and he was pushed out. Dr. Shockley was a very intelligent person. So it wasn't an emotional or irrational observation. And he was saying the undesirables of Black people are procreating at a far, far higher rate than the desirables. Now, was his observation from a racist standpoint? Probably so, but truth is truth. And what we're seeing is, and Kevin Samuels hit on this, that the desirable people in the Black race, we're not producing fast enough. I have 4 children. You see what I'm saying? Me and my wife have 4 children. For our 4 children, there's going to be 100 undesirables produced. And this is why the Black race is appearing its way as it is. And then you factor in, like I said, what happened during COVID. My parents were educators. A lot of times the children they interacted with had never been loved, had never had any positive reinforcement at all. And that's what you have. You said you use the term spear chuckers. Now, I know you use that in jest, but this is literally Lord of the Flies is what we're dealing with here. And we have a very, very serious problem.
Okay.
To the point that this is why I took my children out of school for this very exact reason, because we've had 3, 4, 5 generations of no more big mamas. You see what I'm saying? Big mama used to leave the club or the liquor house and was wise enough to go raise the grandbabies. That stopped 4 or 5 generations ago. We're 4 or 5 generations removed from crack epidemic. These are perky babies. Let's just keep it 100 here. And that's what we're looking at. And that's why I said they're going to get younger and younger and younger and more vicious. And then people may get upset with me, but I'm Mo Facts. I give the facts.
Can I jump in, Mo?
Get worse. Yes.
I appreciate everything you're saying. A wise man once said, the needs of the many far outweigh the problems of the few. Someone left a good comment on the screen. Junior Star, lower class in every race are having more kids. I'm just not trying to hear the whole COVID thing and the Black kids and what they went through and where they are now. I don't give a shit. I'm 61. I'm not going to live my life in fear. And I'm very honest, as you are, and I appreciate you bringing that and other things to the table. But, there's a certain element, there's a certain commitment to ignorance, a commitment to ignorance. And when we're talking about the quote unquote hood, that's the breeding ground. And that's why I was asking, can anyone in that live chat confirm if that mother was jumped, beaten in the quote unquote hood? Because niggas love to talk that hood shit. They promote the ghetto. They promote things that other communities reject. Maybe she was just food. Maybe, and again, I'm going to be sensitive to whatever, she may or may not have by way of her speech and other things. But maybe, she's food and this is just regular shit. But I'm not buying it. I'm not buying respectfully what you just said about COVID. This been happening in Chicago. And again, I put Yummy on the table, Robert Yummy Sandifer. So they've been doing this stuff, type of stuff in Chicago, right. Mo. Go ahead.
The point I'm making is that it's gonna only the percentages are increasing exponentially. That's the point I'm making. And I'm not making an excuse for anybody. Okay. I'm making an observation because my children have to share the world with these children. You see what I'm saying? Like this is bigger than me. My children have to grow up and live in a world with these children. And as you said, is this hood mentality where the internet culture is hood culture. That's the thing. Like these they don't do it for the people in the hood. They do it for the people on the internet, which is nothing but ghetto culture. Right. And we've seen a degradation to where the black quote unquote elites want to be hood appealing to the hood. Our politicians want to appeal to the hood. You see what I'm saying? We've got to a point now where everybody is dumbing down because they understand the numbers are with the undesirables. And if somebody said, yes, every race is having this problem, but our problem, and I say my problem, let's say my people's problem, I don't want nobody in with it, is that we're being judged by their actions. And we have to share proximity with it.
Please don't include me when you say we, Mo. Please.
That's why I said I backed it up and said me. And you're saying, that's why I cleared that up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that we have to understand, and I'm not making any excuse about COVID, but when you have a child that hasn't been loved and they have certain genetic dispositions prior to anything on that, you're going to see a very huge problem to where they have no compassion at all. I see it in D.C. every day where like 13-year-old girls carjack that man. Those girls are 12 and 13 years old. These children are hardened criminals by the time they hit 10. And it's cyclical too, because if you look at Mike Tyson, he was this way. You know what I'm saying? He even said it, like, he was 12 years old, he was this way. So it's cyclical. We got to get our hands around it. And what I mean by
Mike Tyson was convicted of rape. Let's be real, you know?
Yes. Yeah, it's what I'm saying. Like, and look at the celebrity. Look at the star. I mean, this the roll into the Nicki Minaj thing. Look at who we're propping up. A lady that gets on stage and shakes all up her body parts and raps the most disgusting language. Lyrics. That's who we're propping up to speak about world problems. That's what I'm saying. It's big. The whole world is degrading right in front of us. And I'll land my plane on this. I think she's angling to become the ambassador to Trinidad, which is a vacant spot right now. Yeah. I think that's what she's trying to do right now. And if people might say it's far-fetched, but you got to remember, Herschel Walker became the ambassador to the Bahamas. So anything's possible.
It probably will happen for Nicki Minaj if that's what she's in pursuit of. Rihanna is ambassador for something over in the Bahamas. I mean, listen, that's what money does. But, with regards to, again, the little savages, the uncivilized in Chicago, they've been doing that for decades and decades and decades. I want to see people locked up. I don't give a goddamn about what they may have went through during COVID. Hold on a second. And Deed sent me a text message that says that's Southside Chicago. So yes, it's the hood. It's not going to stop. And these parents standing in front of this school and, acting like they're so outraged, I think it's horse shit. But I'll let you land your plane.
And I'll land it on this. We need to stop, like you said, we need to stop calling the ladies. We need to stop calling these people parents.
Okay.
They're breeders. That's what they are, breeders.
Good point. Thank you, Mo.
Thank you, Star. Always have a good one.
Yes, sir. I'm trying not to jump out the window, but I have been on record saying I support eugenics and sterilization. You guys talk about Margaret Sanger. I go all the way back. Do you guys know who the founder of eugenics was? He was knighted. I've told you before. Let me look in the live chat. I support sterilization. Scraping those uterus walls. Let me see if you remember. I used to talk about him back in 2002. Founder of eugenics. Come on, let's go. Sir Francis Galton. You forgot the sir. As I said, he was knighted for his work. And he is the cousin of who? I'm going to wait on you. I got time tonight. Who is he the cousin of? Aha. Somebody got it right. Mr. Lane 729. Yes. Cousin to Darwin. Guys, sit tight in the queue. I feel like talking. Thank you for your donations. Ace 078. Hold on a second. He says these animals, I have my contacts in. These animals could have been of another culture, but identified as black for media narrative. Hashtag ashy ankles. Thank you, Ace 078. Let me make it clear. I don't give a fuck if they are Caribbean, FBA, ADOS, whether their family claims to be descendants of swashbuckling Moors. They're melanated. When I ride through Atlanta and other, areas where it's predominantly black, I grip up on anybody who's, appears to be middle school, high school, who's melanated. I don't play that shit. Hey, are you FBA? Or hey, are you Panamanian? Are you from Grenada? I grip up. But I got your donation, man. Thank you so much. Area code 615, good evening. We're talking about the savages who jumped a mother in Chicago. Do you care? Do you really care? 615. Hung up.
Peace, Star. What it do? What it do, Star?
Who am I talking to? I think I know who that is.
Yeah, it's Big Pal.
Pal, how are you, man? What's cracking, pal?
I'm good, Star. Author of the book, NGR, What Does It Mean?
Yes, sir.
Expose on the N-word from a hip-hop perspective.
Yes, sir.
Hip-hop, the #1 hip-hop author in the building. So, talking about Chicago, I'm reporting from Nashville, Tennessee.
Right.
But my grandfather, rest in paradise, he was from Southside Chicago. He owned a tavern in Chicago on 76th and Cottage Grove called Murphy's Lounge for over 50 years. So my grandfather was a staple there in Southside Chicago. So since I was a baby, I've been walking the streets of Chicago back when you was all right as long as you had your hat straight. As long as you kept your hat forward and didn't have your hat to the left or to the right, you was straight. You was good in Chicago back in the late 80s and the early 90s. You know what I'm saying? People wasn't. Now, I go back and visit my uncles, them. They be worried about me walking around the corner. Hey, man,
Pal, I got to jump in with all due respect. Niggers in Chicago have been killing since the dawn of time. There was no peaceful time in Chicago, sir. I'm sorry. Can we update this, pal? We got savages. Hang on, pal. Hang on. Let's get right to the bullshit. My time is limited tonight. They jumped a mother and her 2 kids. Let's get right to it, man. Please. Jumped it. You can see the video.
So anyway, yeah. Yeah, man. So my point about that is that I know that area, and it's rough over there. It's rough, and she was on 106th and something. I can't think of the name of that street, but that's the hundreds. That's the Wild Hundreds, and that area is crazy. So, my heart go out to that lady, man, and to her kids. Our people. Chicago heavy gangland, but it's a lot of conscious people. You got the FOI right there. You got Farrakhan and them right there. They need to get on their job. And
so what should happen now, pal? Because with all due respect, I'm on that different type of time tonight. I'm not going back into the history. They need basketball courts and music programs. What should be done about the savages that jumped a mother with 2 kids? This would not happen in the Asian community. This would not happen in a Jewish Ashkenazi community. What should happen, pal?
Well, I believe in justice. You know what I'm saying? So, first of all, justice got to be served. You can't get away with jumping the sister like that and her seeds, man. Okay. Can't get away with that.
Okay.
So, we need to see justice, but at the same time, man, we need the gods to go in there. We need the righteous people, the revolutionaries, the conscious people, the men to go in those in that community and really stand up and protect these women and babies and take a stand and let them know, man, that's what it's going to take before these, the government's definitely going to come in there and do their job
Okay.
do their job for them. You know, if they
Pal, I appreciate you. I'm just turned up, man. I want to see people locked up, man. But salute, pal. Salute.
all day, Star.
That's my guy, pal. He's got a great book out, but I've got black fatigue. I've got black fatigue. You can't blame COVID. You can't blame drill rap. Niggas been killing before drill rap in Chicago. Who's talking about Larry Hoover? Larry Hoover's an old ass man. Anybody listening to Larry Hoover? You guys, anybody give a goddamn about this guy Dave that spells his name in a weird way? He's now a suspect in the killing of this female Celeste Ramirez. Everybody sit tight in the queue. I'm sorry. And Deed sent me some information. Hold on a second. Deed is my show producer. Okay, Deed says, recently Nicki Minaj has expressed support for Donald Trump's stance. This we know. On the persecutions. Folks, in case you don't know something about me, I don't give a fuck about the continent of Africa. For me, it's America first. I'm somewhat sort of on the same time as Nick Fuentes. And Deeds also says there's no mention of the mother being pregnant. I don't want none of our troops over in Africa trying to sort out what's been going on in Africa for thousands of years. All things started in Africa. Don't blame the white man just because they got some guns over there and they're smoking each other. They've been doing that long before ammunition and all other sort of stuff. Hold on a second. Someone sent in a donation here. Ghost Rewind. He sent in a text-to-speech donation.
Tell that Snow Ape Detroit Ziggy to worry about Snow Ape problems.
Did you guys hear that?
Tell that Snow Ape Detroit Ziggy to worry about Snow Ape problems.
Thank you for your donation, sir. Okay, guys, at the top of the live chat should be the link if you want to send in those types of vile, vulgar donations, okay? Area code 708. Good evening. Are you up to speed on the topics? 708.
Hello.
Hey, good evening.
How you doing?
Hey, can you turn that down in the background so we can hear you, please?
Yes, hold on. I'm sorry.
How are you? Where do you want to start, dear? Are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Where do you want to start, dear?
Okay. The mom that got beat up in Chicago.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't stay too far from that, and I truly hope that she get the justice that she needs. I think the parents and the children should go to jail.
So the justice, in your opinion, because I mean, I'm already past all that, people standing together in solidarity with the black preacher. I'm an older man. I don't give a shit, respectfully. What would the justice look like in your opinion? What would justice look like?
I think they need jail time. The parents was online making fun of the mother getting beat up. So I think the children and the parents should go to jail.
Really? The parents?
And they stay in the housing. They stay in the housing project. And I think they should be evicted from their homes also. Because they don't even know how to act.
You're saying that some of the parents were online?
Yeah, the children that fought the lady, they live in it's like a project community housing program.
Okay. So they're online doing the most.
Yes, and the parents was proud that the children did it. So I believe the children and the parents should go to jail.
Now we're talking. Come on and educate us, please. Let's go.
I mean, I don't live that far from there, but it starts at home.
Mm-hmm.
Those kids not acting buck wild just for no reason. They're acting like that because their parents isn't taking the time to raise them correctly.
Mm-hmm. Babies having babies. The grandparents are probably in their mid-30s, if I had to guess.
Right.
Now, that's the hood, yes? That's the hood, technically, that area?
Yes, it is.
So that been happening.
a,
That been happening. That type of stuff. We just now, concerned.
They said that wasn't the first time. That wasn't the first parent they beat up.
Right. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Talk your talk. Come on.
It's called the Jeffrey Manor.
Jeffrey Manor. Let me Google.
Jeffrey Manor. Yes, Jeffrey Manor home.
How do you spell that, dear? Jeffrey, Jeff?
Yep, R-E-Y.
Manor.
M-A-N-O-R.
Okay. There it is. Yeah. Region in Chicago, Illinois. Jeffrey Manor. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. So I just hope that the woman and her children get justice, and I hope the parents get time in jail too.
Well, what's the latest? I mean, I got another video that I can play. I mean, it's, people gathered around the school. But according to one of the videos that I have here, 6 hours ago, no one has been arrested yet. I mean,
no, they went to the school, and a lot of people came out to protest. But where's the justice? I mean, coming out, I understand that, but they really need to do something about it. And I think the lady, she has sickle cell. They could have hurt her really, really bad.
Yeah. I'm going to play the video with her in the hospital, but anything else you want to tell us? It's sadly, this is regular shit, sadly. And I don't know if anything will change. I don't think it will, but anything that you want us to know, you say you're from that area before you go?
I just pray that she get out that community. I stay over there, but not that close. But I take my daughter. She goes to school in the suburbs. So
I think that's a good idea. Maybe some type of GoFundMe to relocate her, because
yeah, they really do.
Yeah, at this point, you're going to have the other savages in high school or whoever's dealing drugs, and they're going to maybe try to teach her a lesson for going and talking to the authorities. Yes? No?
Yes, a lot of the people that was out there were saying they want to go to the kids' house, but that's not solving anything. Crime on top of crime. They need to really get punished in a legal way.
Yeah. I thank you for the call. Be safe, okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
You have a great night.
You too, dear. Area code 718. Good evening. Do you care about what happened in Chicago? Honestly. 718. Yes, no, maybe?
Yeah. I sure do, yo.
Hey,
I seen that video earlier. How you doing, Star, by the way?
Good. Who am I speaking to?
Ox.
I'm sorry?
How you?
Yeah, who am I speaking to?
Ox.
Ox?
Yeah, how you?
How do you
we spoke before. I know you don't remember.
How do you spell that? How do you spell that?
O-X.
Oh, Ox.
O-X.
Are you?
Yeah, Ox.
Okay, are you from the BX?
Yeah, how you?
Right. What's going on with you, man? Amor Dare.
My man, Monterrey, B.
What's going on, man?
Yo, my man, I seen that video earlier. It broke my heart, yo.
Oh, stop.
It really broke my heart. But the question is, I'm thinking it from a different point of view. You know what I mean?
Come on.
I'm thinking like this. I heard the lady had like a young kid in her arms that was like 5, right? That he got his hair pulled out and all.
I'm gonna play another video. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but we already played one video with the ages of the kids. Go ahead.
No, man, think of the father of those kids if he's in those kids' lives, in the position that he's in now. I mean, me and my daughter's mom, we don't get along, but if that happens to my daughter's mom, somebody better get ready, because I'm not gonna allow my daughter to suffer. You feel me? And that's animalistic behavior, yo. That has no words for me, man. I'm not a sensitive person. I'm not into my emotions, but seeing that lady get jumped, carrying a child, and then that little kid hugging her mother, oh man, I'll be honest with you, I won't be able to record it or just watch it. I think I'll start knocking heads off, kid. I mean, that's really animalistic, my man. That's hard to watch, my man. Again, me and my daughter's mom, we don't get along, but you touch her hair and her weave, and somebody's gonna sit down. You know what I mean?
Ox, I kind of somewhat sort of remember talking to you. You're not quite my age, but you're close, yes?
Say it again?
You're not quite my age, but you're close to my generation. We've spoke before. You're from...
Yeah. Word up. I'm behind you. I'm right behind you.
Pause. Okay, so now...
This kid. This kid, yeah. You're the kid, yeah.
So hang on now. This behavior, this learned behavior, this is clearly a pedigree, a pedigree that is here to stay. It's
unfortunately, my man.
It's a culture. It's not just black. It's Hispanic as well because
the culture. We got animalistic.
Hang on, Ox. Hang on a second. The BX where you're from. Oh, you got the specs. I call them specs instead of spics. You got the specs now. They speak better English than the older generation who didn't speak good English, right? Right, respectfully. And that's why they called them Ox. Stop laughing. Ox, stop laughing. That's why they call them spics, no speaking English. But now you got the specs running around with the goddamn the sticks, right? And they're doing the most. So this is a culture.
They're doing the most.
This is a national culture. They're in the Midwest. They're in. We know they're in Cali, but what do we do at this point with this pedigree, or is it just it's what it is? It's never gonna stop, Ox.
I think it's never going to stop, but it's the only way to keep yourself safe is by staying away from that type of style of living. You know, people that get money, nobody says, now I got money, son, let me go live in a black neighborhood. Right. Unfortunately, what people say, let me go live in the white neighborhood, son. I mean, nobody's trying to be around any of that. I mean, my neighbors look at me sideways because, you know, I'm the outlaw of the block, you know, but at the end of the day, it's your behavior, what is going to articulate who you are. You understand me? It's how you behave, how you carry yourself, how you present, how you treat others. And my man, again, I've been in family court 9 years, son, 9 years. But the day anybody touches my daughter's, son, it's crazy. Listen, B, it's crazy. But I'm gonna be honest again, son. Anybody touches a hair on my daughter's mom's weave, and it's something's gonna happen.
Right.
You understand me? Because it's just what it is. You know, at the end of the day, she's my daughter's mom. Out of respect to my daughter, I can't just stay with my arms crossed. So my question is there a father in the picture? Do that because she has some little kids.
Probably not, man. I mean,
unfortunately, man, because wow, what a disgrace, bro, my man. But yo, listen, I love your show, son. You heard? I'm a supporter. Keep your head up.
All right, talk to you soon. Okay.
Now to a CBS exclusive. The mother in this video, who was attacked while protecting her children, is speaking publicly. She and her son were brutally attacked by a group of kids on Monday, and this video has caught the attention of many across the country. Now, that community is stepping in to help move her out of the South Deering neighborhood. She only spoke to our Sharday Gray about this horrific attack, and Sharday is live in our newsroom with more from this exclusive story.
Well, Marie, Korshonda Hatter says she's still in physical pain after she and her son were brutally attacked with her young daughter just steps away. Her legs are bruised and it's hard for her to walk. But what hurts her the most is her children are still suffering.
My son is, he's very devastated. He'll wake up out of the middle of his sleep screaming. He'll scream, "Mommy, are you there?"
Hatter says her 9-year-old son and 6-year-old daughter are traumatized after watching their mom get attacked by a group of kids.
I felt helpless because I was down on the ground and he was down on the ground and he's looking at me screaming like, "Mommy, please help me, help me." I couldn't get up myself. I couldn't do nothing.
She's sick. She has sickle cell. So I guess they seen a little weakness on her because she's, kind of walking a little slow. And they have no right to put their hands on an adult.
That's her partner, Devon Lee, who was at work when the attack happened. Hatter went on to tell me that her son has been bullied for the past 2 years at Orville T. Bright Elementary School because of the way she walks and talks, all of the results of her sickle cell disease. Hatter tried to talk to the school about the bullying, but she says they didn't do anything about it. Yesterday, a large group of parents came to the school to show their support for the mother and to put an end to bullying. The community immediately stepped in and moved her out of South Deering and into an undisclosed location. Hatter says she's pressing charges against the parents of the kids who attacked her. As for her children, they'll be transferred to a different school, and she's looking to get therapy for them. Reporting in the newsroom, Sharday Gray, CBS News, Chicago. Marie.
Sharday, thank you for that exclusive story.
Is that the homie Ricky Dredd? Ricky Dredd says, I'm surprised you never covered Drake, confirming T.I.'s homie never pissed on him. If you'd like to call in, Ricky Dredd, I saw the story. I mean, hold on a second. I saw the story. Ricky Dredd, thank you for your donation. Yeah, Drake, well, did he confirm or did he just say, no, it never happened? Yeah, that was what they said back in the days, you know. Is Drake now trying to spin a new narrative? I don't know. I mean, it's not like major news, but here's what I do have on my desk, Ricky Dredd. Drake apparently is welcoming Serena Williams' shade on his Instagram page. Somewhere in the comments section, somebody commented, let me get this right here. A picture of Drake and Sexy Red playing tennis. Drake's IG page is Champagne Poppy, yes? Someone said, Sexy Red is an upgrade from the tennis legend. And Drake liked the comment. Drake's done with the bullshit. Okay, hold on a second, guys. Let me phone lines open. Yes, no. Are we done? Are we done with the whole Are we done with the Chicago story? If not, maybe I'll just ramble by myself. I think it's a disgrace. Okay. Sunday says, I prefer Sunday. Okay, so we're going to get past the Cleopatra Jones thing. I think it's a disgrace what happened in Chicago, but this is now the norm. Let me make it clear. I've got black fatigue. I'm not impressed with the parents, standing outside the school. The black preacher. The black preacher now in today's time is one of the worst things for black people. The black preacher, historically, is in seek of a bag. That's why you have the Establishment Clause here in America, the separation of church and state. The black preacher, whether it's a black male or female or a switch hitter, the preacher wants to get the bag. And the preacher uses religion as a way to calm the people, to calm them. So that's my final say with regards to the Chicago mom who was jumped by the little degenerates, future convicts. I don't give a fuck what they went through during COVID. I don't give a fuck if they're babies of counterfeit pills. I don't care. If anything, give the parents more guns. Let them hash out their problems. Is that Ricky Dredd tapping in? We love hip hop.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My OG star, Troy Terrain. What's going on?
Good to hear from you. Did I get that Drake Sexy Red Serena Williams story right?
Correct. Okay. Listen, man, you know you're always up on the news, man. I'm surprised you didn't talk about that what I sent the super chat in about.
Talk about it. Tell us what's going on.
So I emailed you a clip also from where the comment came from. So we were having a discussion on my podcast, We Love Hip Hop Podcast,
right?
And I was saying that Drake's team doesn't take any L's when it comes to on the streets. Like nobody ever beats these guys up. My co-host, he pushed back. Salute to DJ Czar. He said, "I don't know, man. What happened with the T.I. thing? Then T.I.'s friend pissed on him." Right. So I tried to clear up the story. I said that's not how it happened. I think it was like his friend pissed in an area of the movie theater and some of the pee got on Drake. And then he jumped in the comment section and he cleared it up. Let me pull up the comment.
Drake jumped in the comment section?
He jumped because I posted it on my Instagram page, on the We Love Hip Hop Instagram page.
Okay.
And lo and behold, out of nowhere, he jumped in the comments. And he said, "No man never pissed on me in life. That story was for the net. Because mans don't have shit to say to get their interviews watched."
Okay.
And then it got picked up on the Shade Room, Baller Alert, and before it was on every blog.
Okay. Well, now to be fair, Young Berg, aka Hitmaker, I saw him sitting on some podcast saying that Mano never slapped the shit out of him too. But Mano indeed did slap the shit out of Young Berg back in the day. Slapped fire out the nigga. Pow. So I'm only asking, is Drake now trying to, change the narrative? Not man, no man piss on me, all that Jamaican shit. T.I. and those guys have said for years that somebody pissed on. I'm not trying to clown Drake. I like his music, but niggas take L's in these streets. That's a whole fact. Come on.
Well, okay, I'll say this. Back then, this is really early in the game because they're saying this is like 15 years ago when Drake was just first coming into the game. But the story started resurfacing about 5 years ago when T.I. made the song and he started addressing it in interviews. But I say all that to say, back then we didn't have the camera phones like that. So a lot of times if it's not recorded, how do we even know?
Okay. Again, so if I can jump in, I'm not trying to clown Drake. I mean, again, I like the guy's music, and I saw Drake live. Holy shit! I think it was 2009 or 2010. Tufts University. It's on YouTube. Somebody filmed it. Man, his band was smoking. That was when he had the early hits. So I've seen him live. I've seen him do his thing. I think he's a phenomenal writer, but. I did see another video. I don't know if you would consider this an L or not, but Drake lost his Rolex gambling on a bus, shooting dice with a bunch of niggas, right?
Right. I don't know if I don't remember that video, but okay, sure.
The hater misses nothing.
No, but
hang on.
If it's a question of if it's an L, I don't think that's an L. Like shit, like you're gambling. You're supposed to lose money when you gamble or win money.
Okay. Well, listen, losing a Rolex to a bunch of niggas on a bus. If you ask the average nigga, that's an L. But it could be under the category of big baller shit. But okay, so if Drake is saying it never happened, has T.I. responded? Because that was supposedly T.I.'s bodyguard or something. I don't know.
It's his homie Cap. I don't know. I forget his government name, but his nickname was Cap, and he had passed away in jail a few years. I think like maybe about 5-6 years ago, and that's when he started reminiscing, and then he put the story in a song, right? But the thing is, I have a question for you, Star. Why wait 10 years to respond, and then why choose our platform, which is it's big for Canada, but in the grand scheme of things, we're not the biggest platform, right? So why choose us to make the comment under this many years later?
I can't answer that question for you, but you do go hard in the paint. You guys are consistent with the content, so maybe he watches and he wanted to chime in. Nothing wrong with that, right?
No, definitely, and it was appreciated because it gave us. We ended up on every major platform except for the Toronto ones, but that's a whole other story that I'll say for another day.
There you go. Hey, man, great to talk to you, Ricky Dredd. We love hip hop. Salute.
Likewise.
Yes, sir.
Salute.
Okay. Area code 778. Are you there? 778. Good evening.
Yo, it wouldn't be a Star Report without the Jew sticking his nose in black people's business. What's happening, Star?
Yosef. Shalom.
Shalom. What's happening?
Turn that down in the background, please.
Yeah, my bad. I was just cooking some dinner. What's happening?
What's going on, man?
Oh, not much, man. Just home from the gym. I just watched the first Max B interview.
Okay.
I've still been drinking. I haven't been drinking. My liver is destroyed. My kidneys are destroyed. But this is what we got to do, man. This is anything else will be blasphemy.
Well, now hang on a second. Technically, the first Max B interview was at the Jets game when they were playing the Browns. Is that what you're talking about? The first interview?
Oh no! This was they just did an interview with Revolt, like a full, it's like 35-minute sit down interview.
Okay.
When he was talking about everything, this dude said he went to the studio and the mic sounded too good. You got to understand when this guy went in. Listen, when this guy went in, I'm trying to think. iPod Nanos was like that, the head of technology. That's how long ago it was, man.
Okay. Now, I played the video of Max B proposing to his longtime girlfriend, but people say that they were already married Yes, no?
I think he proposed kind of like the out of prison proposal, but yeah, that was he met that chick through like jail letter marriage, which is kind of crazy to me.
Okay.
Maybe she saw the bag. Maybe she saw the bag.
Well, now hang on a second. Don't they have kids together, or are those just her kids?
No, those are Max's kids from a previous baby mama.
Okay, I'm confused. Oh, okay. So well, look, man, I want to focus on the Chicago mom. Did you see the video? She got jumped.
Yeah, I was watching that. Just like I was watching it through your stream. I didn't watch it like in my own time. But that's crazy, man. I mean, kids today, they just don't have any ethics. They don't have any morals. It's a hot-headed generation led by just single mothers feeding their kids hot Cheetos and when I was walking around Canarsie, I saw that a lot. I saw these 23-year-old moms with their kids running around the corner store, screaming at them because the kids want to buy Oreos and, they don't, it's crazy. So I'm not surprised. I mean, even where I live, I see wild shit like that all the time. Excuse my language.
Well, I think it's a cultural problem. It's not just Black people. I mean, Hispanics are totally out of control. But with regards to, Black fatigue, I'm exhausted because Chicago, I don't know what to say other than just drop some napalm on there and just level the whole goddamn place. But the parents and I guess community people, they're upset because we saw a horrific video. Horrific. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And the mother, very timid, even though she was reading the comments from the hospital, she didn't seem like the type that, deserved that type of treatment. Go ahead.
I don't think anybody deserves to be a victim of violence in front of their children. I don't think, even if you're a drug dealer or whatever, there used to be set rules, and it's kind of like in The Wire, not to mention a fictional TV show, but just when we're talking about things like principles and morals and how the next, it was like, you don't go after somebody on a Sunday because it's the church day, it's these morals are put in place. But, as time goes on and these things snowball, it just gets out of control. And you can't tell this new generation. The new generation doesn't even respect their elders. And I've seen that with my own eyes. And like you're saying, it's a cultural thing because this wasn't Blacks. This was whites, Asians. I'm not going to say Jews because I was the only Jew in trade school, but probably I've seen some hot-headed kikes as well. It is what it is. It's a cultural thing. I think that's the best way to put it, and that's why race is a social construct, right?
Well, now hang on a second. Many of us, sociologists and other people have been saying race is a social construct. But let me ask you: do you think that there's a certain group, if you will, that is they've hit a brick wall, shall we say, and they just don't seem to be able to get their heads above water?
Black Americans, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to.
Dr. Claude Anderson said it. He's done extensive research, and he said Blacks will be a permanent underclass. So it's not like we're just here talking crazy. But you went to college, right? I forget, Joseph.
Yeah. I went to trade school, but I did a couple years at university too. So I've done both. I tried to do. I almost got my bachelor's, and I got in my third year, and I said, you know what? I don't think this is for me. I was getting good marks and everything. It was a degree in communication, so it was kind of like, what am I going to do with this after? I felt bad about, taking this money.
I asked you that for a reason. When you get time, I like for, you younger guys to call in and maybe educate me on something, because a lot of the stuff I learned, once upon a time, and I dropped out of high school. I didn't go to college. Johann Friedrich Blumenbach, German physician. I've mentioned him before. He's one of the founders or maybe the fathers of the race theory. Johann Friedrich Blumenbach. And maybe there's some truth to what he once upon a time said, and it has since been denounced. But I mean, there's something going on here with a certain goddamn group of people that just is causing black fatigue. I'll just say that. So when you get time, not that you have to study
I
now,
will.
We're just talking. Go ahead.
I'll send something back your way. There's definitely some interesting things I think I could contribute to that conversation. But
later on.
I know I recall
another day.
Yeah, of course. But I recall one time you said on one of your shows, the blacks of this generation are not like of the generations before and before and before. And I do
different.
And I think that applies. That's not just blacks. That's just the young generation are hot-headed. They have short attention spans. The education system has fully failed them, and it's just becoming more and more digitalized. Kids are figuring more and more ways to cheat. They're basically also figuring out that it's pointless. And a lot of the stuff they teach you in education is just filler, just to push you through. And it's really sad to see. I mean, even me, like I haven't even hit 30 yet, right? But I've still witnessed like younger kids trying to get into trades and that kind of stuff. And it's like, you're trying to show them something and it's like, you're talking to a brick wall. But then at the same time, you have to be assertive and take that step forward to lead the next generation, because that's a real like old head stuck in the mud kind of, these new kids don't want to listen. Well, if you're not going to show them, they're going to be led blind and they're all going to end up nowhere. So it's like, you just got to pick yourself up from the bootstraps, wherever the saying is.
All right. Well, listen, man, good to talk to you. I want to get back to the main topic. Thanks for checking in. And
always good to hear from you, Star.
We'll circle back in another conversation. I appreciate you.
Yeah, anytime, man. You have a good night. Shalom.
Salute. Okay, shalom.
This ain't no culture thing. This is a black thing, man. You see in Chicago, it's black. You see go down to Memphis, it's niggas. You go down to Detroit, I'm in Detroit, it's niggas. You show me a group of Hispanics or white or Asians that's doing this, though. Let's keep it a beam, man.
Keep it a beam. Keep it a beam.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it. It's black folk, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm black myself, but I gotta keep it real, man. Like I thought Donald Trump sent the National Guard into Chicago. What happened with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, like, man, I don't talk too much, but like I was over here.
Well, stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. This is the objective perspective. I want your opinion. But now, what do we do with Chicago? And when I say we, I'm talking about those of us who are hardworking, tax-paying, law-abiding citizens. I've already said, sir, maybe 24 years ago, I have denounced a lot of the behavior from the newer blacks. I reject it. And that's why I don't let people call me brother. I don't want people saying, yo, I love you. Fuck out of here. Streets got no love. But what do we do now? This situation
trying to tell you.
Hang on, sir. Hang on. I'll let you land your plane. This situation is horrific because we see it now. But if we hadn't seen this, it would continue to go on. Yes?
I mean, yes and no, because like I said, the only solution is what I said a couple minutes ago, which I thought Trump already did. You know what I'm saying? CPD ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? We are tax-paying citizens. That National Guard is there. I don't know why he was capping about, I'm sending the Guard in Chicago. If you send the Guard in Chicago, take them from downtown and put them in the neighborhoods.
I'm listening.
And that's how you saw, because obviously the local PD ain't doing it. The local sheriff ain't doing it. They need military. They need boots on the ground.
Well, now, do black people need a white parent? I think that's another question.
No. I mean, no, because that's even like a deep conversation. I don't know if I get into, because it's certain black folks. Well, this whole generation of these kids out here, of these other young black youth, these motherfuckers, they all wrapped up into being a YN, and I need my safety mask. And mind you, I did a football game last week up here in Detroit, Harper Woods versus Chandler Park. I don't know if you heard about it. Somebody got popped there. It was crazy. And all you see is this
regular shit.
Little packs of niggas.
Regular shit.
Little packs of niggas running around with safety masks on. Like, everybody want to be this. Like, come on, it's out of control, man. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is that the local PD ain't doing it. send in the National Guard, and put boots to the ground. That's how you solve the problem.
There have been times when Trump did speak about that. A lot of rejection from Common, Kanye, and other black community leaders.
Right, but listen, all that don't mean shit.
I think Chance the Rapper, there was a big pushback on that. But now, again,
right, but like,
hold on, sir, hold on. I'm gonna let you land your plane. Sorry. But now, us on the outside, we're just exhausted. So I mean, I've already said I've got black fatigue. Drop napalm on that goddamn place. I don't care no more. But I'll let you tell us. You tell us what should be done from this point. From this point on, what should be done?
I'm not in Chicago. I'm in Detroit. And I'm seeing the same shit here that I'm seeing in Memphis. The same shit in Memphis, I'm seeing there. You know what I'm saying? And everybody say, oh, we don't need no national. No, that's bullshit. All right?
So I need you to watch the language. Did you watch the language?
I'm sorry. But since the 60s, this stuff been going on, and your local PD been given a chance after decade after decade to fix the problem. Your local PD ain't doing it. The local government ain't cutting it. And we gave you guys damn near 40 years to fix the problem. Now we need boots on the ground.
Did you guys just get a black female mayor in Detroit?
Yeah, Sheffield.
Oh my God. The first black female mayor in Detroit?
First female period in Detroit.
What's that?
First female mayor period.
Right, period. Yeah. Do you think you're do you think you're doomed, honestly?
No, cause I ain't gonna hold you, man. Like Detroit as a whole, though, like we got like a lot of groups here, and if you look at the numbers, our violence has been going down. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, it ain't going down to the point where I feel safe raising my family here when I start a family. You know what I'm saying? So hell no.
Are you too young to remember Coleman Young?
Come on, Coleman A. Young. What you talking about, man? I'm a Detroiter. Take that shit across 8 Mile. I'm a Detroiter, bro. 48203, 482. Come on.
That was when pimping was pimping. Hang on. That's when pimping was pimping. And then you had what's the guy's name that came in real sloppy with the pinstripe suits? Kwame Kilpatrick.
Kwame Kilpatrick. Right. And look, Trump free Kwame.
Yeah. People.
Come on, man. That, yeah. Like I know suburban nigga. I'm born and raised in this motherfucker, man. I'm here. Right. All I'm saying is that to the people out in Chicago, I did not like that video. And if they had boots, like I said, not everybody. What's that word I'm looking for? The Uncle Tom preacher and all that BS or whatever. No, man. For the past 40 years, Chicago's been like that. We've been given a chance to their local PD for the past 40 years.
Hang on a second, sir. I got a comment for you because you said you're a native Detroit. Dirt Bike Juice. Hang on. Dirt Bike Juice on the screen says checkmate. He just said it. He wants to be led by a woman. Loser. Bet he voted for that Indian stag. Did you vote for that?
Man, first of all, I voted for Kinlock. All right, but I'm not going to cry about who won and who lost. Kinlock lost. Sheffield won. We got to move on. So whoever the fuck that is, fuck my.
Sir, you got to watch the language. Tone it down.
My bad. But look though, I'm on Woolard and Davidson. If you want to bump into me, all right?
He's not pulling up, so he just left that comment. But okay, I gotta go, man. Thank you. Peace. The Most High, is that you, sir, on a Wednesday night?
Star, peace, Lord.
Peace. How are you? I thought you were gonna be ready at 11 o'clock, man. But pardon me. But thank you for calling.
I was doing my best. I'm just leaving the plantation now.
Okay. So I'm talking about Charlemagne responding to Roland Martin. I don't want to, promote no beef, tension, or drama. I just found it to be entertaining. But I also want to talk about sports, professional sports. You sent me the video, Tony Romo. What game was that? NFL game where he spoke about the footballs.
This is about 3 weeks ago when the Jets were playing the Carolina Panthers in New Jersey.
Okay.
So it was a Jet home game. The Jets was getting their teeth kicked in by yet another mediocre team, which was the Carolina Panthers. And during the punt, the comments, Tony Romo was the color commentator, and Chris Myers was the play-by-play guy. Chris Myers has been around for a long time. People might know him from ESPN and Fox Sports, so he's a veteran. And the mere fact that after the punt, when it went out of bounds, he made a comment stating that there's chips in the balls now, so that it pause, so that it helps the referee.
Yeah, pause. Pause on that.
Yeah, yeah. Supposedly, it helps the referee spot the ball more accurately or whatever. Like i.e. first downs, or whether the ball crossed the goal line, or just for spotting purposes, or whatever the case is. But I think that's kind of cap.
Okay, so now at this point in time, does it even matter? I mean, I think a lot of people assume that there's a certain level of disingenuous, playing that goes along into not just the NFL, the NBA, and even Major League Baseball. Does it matter? Maybe people just want more bang for the buck, and it is what it is. So what if it's rigged? What do you think?
Well, I personally think that humans are the smartest and the dumbest of all animals on the planet. And what happens is that even when you have, and I'm using an example, hopefully I don't, go off the rails myself, but, the government allows cigarettes to be sold with a big ass warning on the box from the Surgeon General himself for years already.
Good point.
So basically, I think that people don't care. They don't care. You know what I mean? And I think for those of us who were sports purists at one time, or even now, most sports have become something other than what we grew up watching.
Right.
Even if there was aspects of rigging or what have you back in the days, or staging, or whatever you want to call it, either they did it much better or wasn't done as egregiously as it is now. So basically, sports is a carnival. It is entertainment. I think on the back of your tickets, especially for football games and maybe the NBA as well, there's a caveat in there or stipulation that basically says this is entertainment, so you can't sue. So
hold on a second. So the fine print, the terms of service, you are indemnifying the corporation already with your purchase, even if somebody tells. And you're offended, you've indemnified them.
Correct. So it's basically like, literally, pardon the pun, you hedging your bets. You're letting people know, this is the product. All the games are up on the up and up, wink, wink. Yeah. And then, God forbid, one of your players comes out later on, like Bubba Smith, for instance. Bubba Smith from the Colts, when they lost to the Jets in 1969, he came back years later on Fox Sports saying that he felt like the game was rigged as well too. He himself, he played in that game. Yeah. So Arian Foster, former Houston Texan running back, tough running back, he went to the University of Tennessee. He's been on podcasts saying that it was rigged. Right. The White Smith, defensive back from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, when they won their championship in the early 2000s, I think they beat the Raiders that year. He was saying that he knew certain plays in the playbook. He knew what they was going to do in certain situations in the second half or whatever. And I think he had 2 pick sixes in that Super Bowl, as a matter of fact. So if not prominent players, as well as players who did have big performances in big games or whatever, they're starting to come out a little bit more frequently now.
Can you hold on 1 second? The Most High. Peace, Tyreek. He says, yes, RFID chips are also placed in the players' shoulder pads to track their movements. I saw a video on that today. So it's literally a very high-tech game now. Is he speaking?
Yep.
Is he speaking facts, Tyreek? The Most High? Are you there? The Most High?
I'm here.
Okay.
Nah, Tyreek is 100. He's 100 on that. Okay. So the thing is that when you say high tech, there's high tech in almost every aspect. The mere fact that there's any type of sensors on shoulder pads or the equipment is ridiculous to me, because why you need to even know any of that? Seriously, why would you even need to know any of that? That's one. And two, think about, as time has went on, the quarterbacks have to be in constant communication with either the sideline or the booth upstairs in terms of play calling and whatever. Okay. So they have, listening devices or whatever in their helmets. Baseball went to some type of devices in their hats, maybe the gloves, and definitely the hats. So when you see,
can I jump in for a second? I'm sorry to cut you up, Jake. The Awake, yes, you can call in right now. I played a piece of your video. You can give us more in-depth information, absolutely. Let me make sure the number's on the screen. Can you see the number? Jake, you want to, tell us what number you're calling from? Okay, so I've always suspected baseball for decades. I loved watching baseball in the 70s when I was a kid with my father. And then in the 80s, I was into baseball as well. Somewhere around maybe the early 90s, I was consumed with business and I pulled away. I always suspected the core of the baseball, whether it was made out of something to go further and further. And I saw a documentary decades ago.
Yep.
So I always suspected baseball of being, a little disingenuous. Hold on one second. Let me see if this is who I think it is calling in. Area code 209. Good evening. Who's there?
Hello, this is Jake the Awake.
Hey, Jake, how are you, man? I played part of your video. Thank you for calling in.
So what happened is I'm live streaming on my channel.
Okay.
And in my chat, somebody said that this guy is playing one of my video clips for his audience. And so I pulled up your stream during my stream.
Okay.
And I see that you were showing my video. So I make content about the NFL being rigged and scripted, and that all the players are in on the act.
If I can jump in for a second, you actually had a longer video. I didn't play the whole thing. I just played that little IG clip. So this is what you do. You focus on the NFL and you expose things, or just the computer chips or microchips in particular of the bowls?
So my channel is more of like a conspiracy channel. I break down all sorts of different conspiracies, but one of the things that is popular on my channel is I break down the NFL games. Each week I pick out the most fake, phony looking plays, and I show slow motion replays that prove that all the players are playing pretend football. They're all faking it. And the reason they're all faking it is to beat the sports gamblers. They're basically being told to go out there and win or lose. It's like a predetermined WWE match. And
do you truly believe that? Do you truly believe that, or is it a good, a good marketing tool? You think everybody's?
I don't think it's a belief as much as it's a straight up fact.
Okay.
So sports gambling is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and if they can get the players to throw games on purpose, then they can control who wins and loses. So across the board, whether it's the NBA or the NFL or Major League Baseball, all the players are playing pretend. And the games are completely fake and phony, like professional wrestling, basically.
Star, real quick, can I say something real quick?
Jump in, the Most High. Come on.
So listen, let me tell you how ironic and valid this is. I'm already a subscriber to this dude's channel, and tell me if I'm lying. The dude just changed his channel. The channel name is Jake the Awake now. Before, the channel was Jake the A-hole. Right or wrong?
Yes, I changed the name so that more people could share my videos without the word asshole being attached to it.
Right.
So I've been subscribed. No funny styleness. He's been on the topic, and since I've been researching this for quite some time now, I'm already up on what he was doing. So it's funny that you actually got in contact with him, because he's one of the channels that I watch that go in depth to break this stuff down. So it's crazy.
Hey, Jake, can I ask you with regards to the NBA, do you have any knowledge with regards to the basketballs and, people like Steph Curry making all these crazy three-point shots, or do you just focus on the NFL?
So the NFL is my main focus, but I have made a few videos about the NBA. So if you wanted to show my NBA video, I discuss how they have a technology to ensure that the ball either goes in the hoop or misses. So I think it's
that I would believe. That I would believe.
Sophisticated form of magnetic technology, and basically, if the magnets are on, the ball will go through the hoop, almost guaranteed. And if they turn it off. It's almost like a reversing of the magnetic polarity. They can make a ball miss no matter what. So the NBA, it comes down to whether the ball goes in the hoop or whether it doesn't go in the hoop, and that's how the money is won and lost.
Okay.
So all they got to do to control the outcome of every game just perfectly is not only have the players in on it, but also have control over every basket. Okay. And so they have implemented a technology to where a guy like Steph Curry at half court, if they have the magnets turned on, he can rein them in all day long. And so it's technology inside the ball. And so there's a few situations where the ball's got stuck on top of the rim or on the back of the rim,
right,
where it exposes that there's magnetism. And so I actually have a video on the channel. If you scroll back, I think it's like a year and a half ago, like maybe 2 seasons ago,
okay,
or last season. It's the NBA is rigged and scripted, and so I outline exactly how they're using this technology. Now, they do admit that they use a military-grade missile tracking system, and that they admit that they use it for statistical purposes. Okay. And so the NBA and the NFL both admit that they use technology in the ball, except their excuse is that they use it for tracking stats. They don't talk about how the technology is used to manipulate the ball going in the hoop, or the ball in the NFL, hitting the uprights or missing on a simple extra point. So in the NFL, they're using technology to manipulate the field goals. Okay. And so if you're seeing the field goals go right, then left, then back, right in an indoor stadium, and the reason you're seeing the ball bounce off the uprights each week is because they're manipulating the field goal kicks. So they won't talk about the fact that there is technology manipulating the kicks going in the field goal uprights or missing completely. So they tell the truth about technology being in the balls, but they give a lie as to what the technology is used for. They say that it's for statistical reasons why they have.
If I can jump in for a second, Jake. Okay, so we've got the NFL, the NBA, Major League Baseball. Anything else in America that you know of, or that you have a conspiracy with regards to professional sports that we should be, I don't know, aware of? Any other balls or anything along those lines?
Combat sports are extremely rigged. For instance, you don't have to be an intelligent person to see that Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, that they weren't really fighting. Right.
Yeah, that was phony. That was phony. Yeah.
So stuff like that has been going on for years. It's just they disguised it better. So, for instance, the UFC, you can have 2 fighters throw punches at each other and actually hit each other, but if they both know that they're not allowed to knock each other out, and they need their fight to go the distance, if they've been told beforehand, we need you guys to go the distance, go the full 3 rounds, and this guy's going to win by decision, and then they both know that they're going to hit each other a little bit, but they're not going to try and actually knock each other out. So you can have a UFC fight where guys are pretending to fight, and they can hit each other a little bit for real, and even have some bumps and maybe even some blood. But if they're not fighting to actually hurt each other, then you can basically have a scripted fight where they're simulating.
If I can jump in for a second, the Most High, do you want to jump in? Because I'm getting backed up on calls. I'm going to let Jake land his plane. Any response to what he's been saying, the Most High?
Yeah, definitely. I agree with almost everything, if not everything that he said. On top of that, combat sports were probably the first sport. Well, I think all sports were used for some type of distraction, some type of ritualistic aspect. The older I get, I'm starting to research more. More people like the gentleman on the line are doing in-depth research on it. So the outcome of especially boxing, you can look up Frankie Carbo. He was a mobster who used to have influence on the boxing matches in the 50s or whatever. So Manipulating the outcome of sporting events is nothing new, and pause in advance. Just like how you said, Star, anything having to do with a puck, a ball, something like that, sensors could be put in there. Sensors could be put into the goal posts of hockey, of the goaltenders, of the goals posts in hockey. Let's just say same thing in soccer. You know what I mean? So it's nothing new under the sun. You have to think that with all this technology nowadays, that they're manipulating every and anything having to do with reality and how we live.
Right. Jake, if I can read a comment for you on the screen. Black Man Rising says the Olympics does not use technology, which is why scores are lower. Any thoughts on that, Jake the Awake?
Cap.
So there's certain Olympic events where they can let them play it out for real because there's no money on the line.
Okay.
But then there's other Olympic events, like when Team USA basketball will inexplicably lose to some, team from France or whatever. That's when the games are manipulated. So the rule of thumb is if you can bet on it, then it's fixed.
Gotcha. Okay.
If you can bet on one of those apps, if you can drop, $5,000 on the sporting event, then that means it's going to be fixed. And so even at the college level, they have teams that are being players scouted by the NBA to where even in a small college game, you can have kids throw in the game. And as long as they have multiple people on the court under their thumb, they can get the outcome they want. So basically it comes down to sports betting is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and they aren't going to leave that money on the table for random sports bettors to win based on who they think is the better team.
One last thing, I just want to interject this. So, is it fair to say that not only are the puppet masters, rigging the games and other things, but now we have athletes who are willingly getting on performance enhancement drugs, and we've got a totally different type of sports entertainment. People are using performance enhancement drugs, and again, like I said years ago, I was saying I want to get more bang for the buck. The prices of tickets are going up. The food, I want to see all the records broken, and I want everybody on drugs. What do you think about that, Jake, before you go?
Absolutely. So with, let's say, baseball, for instance, you can have the players juiced. You can have the bats corked. You can manipulate the balls so that they go farther or that they don't go as far. The players can not play to the best of their potential and purposely lose. And then you have the referees can make bad calls at any time if something doesn't go their way. And so they have every aspect of the game underneath their control so that they can control all the outcomes of all the games. And so as my rule of thumb is
total,
if you can bet on it, it is fixed.
Total entertainment. Hey, Jake, I appreciate you calling in. If you have another video you want to send me, my email address, I'll put it on the screen. And I thank you for chiming in and stay in touch.
Yeah, so just a quick promotion. So every week I put out a top 10 most rigged plays of the week video.
Okay.
And so I just put out on Tuesday, I put out the top 10 most rigged plays of week 10. So every week I show the most rigged NFL plays. And so definitely if you guys are listening now and you want to see some proof that the NFL is rigged and scripted, I prove it every single week on the Jake the Awake channel. I want to thank you for having me on tonight. You guys enjoy the rest of your night, and I will talk to you next time.
Take care, Jake. All right. He said it's all a big scam. Shady Davy D. LaFleur, if I said your name right. All pro sports are fake, phony, and pretend nothing more than WWE. The Most High, his call dropped out. I'm not sure what happened. Oh, my goodness. Years ago, John Gotti, anybody remember he was talking to his daughter, Victoria, and some of her sons, they were very small then, and they were his grandkids. And one of them said something a little smart to him. I think the kid said he wanted to, well, maybe he didn't say something smart. He said he wanted to grow up and be a professional athlete. And you guys remember that? And then John Gotti said, don't you sass me. Something along those lines. And then he said, a professional athlete, he says, you got to be a garbage pail. You got to put drugs in your body. He went in on the kid. Maybe he was right, though. Okay, the Most High says, peace. I'm on the train. I will call back. Thank you. Hey there, area code 602. Please watch the language. We're having a discussion. Are you there? 602?
Yep, I'm here. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. How are you? Sports. Is it rigged?
Doing all right, man.
Professional sports. Or Charlemagne went in on Roland Martin. Where do you want to start?
Well, definitely sports are rigged, you know. And really, you had a call earlier where a guy mentioned Zachary K. Hubbard and gematria.
Right.
It's basically numerology where, you know, they're breaking this stuff down, not just sports, but politics, you know, just honestly, you know, everything that we hear about, it kind of goes deeper than that, but definitely sticking to sports, it's rigged. Now, the first time I got turned on to it, this guy that we're talking about, it was back when Cam Newton went to the Super Bowl. Remember when Cam Newton went to the Super Bowl with the Panthers and they played the Broncos?
Yeah, and he didn't jump on the ball.
Right. Now, in the middle of that season, when I first got hip to this dude, in the middle of that same season, now Carolina was smashing that season, right? You kind of pretty much predict they were going to the Super Bowl,
right.
But not the Broncos per se. You know, at that time, he had put out there it was going to be Carolina and the Broncos in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
There was going to be a Black Panther tribute during the halftime show, which there was by Beyonce,
right,
that the Broncos were going to win and Von Miller was going to get the defensive MVP. And he broke it down using numerology, but also on another level, it was like you got the white Bronco going against the Carolina Panther with the last name Newton, the Black Panthers, Huey Newton. They played in the Bay.
Well, hang on, sir. If I can jump in, are you saying Cam Newton took a bag to not jump on that ball? Because a lot of people think that particular play was so odd that he didn't. You know, it's almost like he gave up or he just didn't want to. You know, explain to people what Cam Newton didn't do and why that's such a sticking point for him now, please.
Right, and I believe, you know, look, these players are getting paid millions of dollars. Imagine, it's like being an actor. You could play your favorite sport, be on the national you know, on national TV all the time, get worship, and then they write your career out for you. And you get paid millions of dollars. So yeah, I'll do everything I got to do during the season, and then when that Super Bowl comes, I'll take that dive out. I'll choke. I won't put that effort in, and sometimes you can't make it look as obvious. That one was a situation where it looked kind of obvious. It was bad. Okay. I think they do a little better going forward, but that was a situation where you could be like, "Come on, man," and really.
Hold on 1 second. To be fair, because this is the objective perspective, Stephen S. says Cam didn't jump on the ball because ish happening so fast. People never played ball.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it has to make football sense. So it's not as if you can't say that. If it was obvious that these things were going on all the time, then everybody be hip to the game. It has to make sense. It's scripted. It's a show. You know what I mean? It's entertainment. So it's going to look away to where you can always make football sense of it. But we look at there's too many people. Imagine all the colleges out there, all the players that are trying to make it to the NFL versus the ones that actually go. We got millions of people trying to get into the NFL. Only 32 teams, 52-man rosters. Yeah. You think they can't find 1,500 people to go along with the flow?
Right.
Not alone the fact that the majority of a lot of these pro athletes are part of some type of either lodge or fraternity. And then if you go even deeper into it, a lot of these people that are part of certain fraternities, where they won championships, reflect the same color. Look at Shaq. Wasn't he a Q Dog? Right?
Yeah.
Well, wasn't the Q Dog colors purple and gold?
Right.
Now, Jordan, right? Jordan.
You're doing a real deep dive here. Yeah, Shaq. Q Dog.
That's
Yes,
how deep it goes. That's how deep it goes. You know what I mean? There's always some kind of translation. And think about it. They vetted these people out. We know you're willing to go through a rites of passage to get these accolades.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So if you already vetted over here, then we can trust you, you know, when it comes to making sure that you do the thing that we want you to do when it comes to doing it. And then also not exposing us because you get paid this.
Can I ask you one question? You sound like a knowledgeable man.
Yeah.
You sound like a knowledgeable man. Was it written in a script for the Buffalo Bills to lose 4 Super Bowls? I mean, that's got to be one of the biggest stains on a franchise. You know what I'm talking about? You go that far back with the NFL, the Buffalo Bills lost 4 Super Bowls.
Right. I mean, yeah, clearly, you know what I mean? And I feel like there's these stories that they have. It's like they have their designated laughing stocks. You know what I mean? Like, and whatever these companies got, they might get money on the back end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, sir. Did you mention Michael Jordan? Somebody says keep Jordan name out your mouth. Did you mention?
I mean, let's be real though. We heard stuff about Jordan. If you was around watching basketball at that time when Jordan left the league,
sir, I can't co-sign that. I think Jordan is the greatest. Hey, and listen, Larry Bird was my guy. I finally had to give it up to Michael Jordan. But listen, can you land your plane? I'm getting backed up on calls, please.
Yeah, no, man. I appreciate you having me on. Again, I advise people to check out Gematria and kind of just take a look into it and just kind of open your eyes to it.
Okay.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, man. Yes, sir. Okay, we're getting some good calls here with regards to is professional sports rigged? I don't want to accept it. But having an understanding of mankind and people's greed, I would tend to think that we are headed in that direction. Greedy people, you know. Hang on a second. Area code 718. Good evening. Please watch the language. Charlemagne went in on Roland Martin. Are you at the speed, or is professional sports rigged? 718.
Yo, Star, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing. How are you, sir?
I'm all right, man. Just chilling over here, listening to your conversation.
Okay.
I'd like to start with the rig thing.
Say again. Start with where?
Yeah, I'd like to start with the games and all of that.
Sports rigged. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I believe that I think my first play that I started noticing it was that kid from KC. What's his name? The quarterback. I think he's the biggest over them all. Also, I think in the NBA, I think my man from the Knicks is always doing some funny moves.
The current quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, most definitely, my man. If you review his game, there's a lot of foul play, a lot of funny plays that he don't get hit, or they avoid it when he's pulling up. Okay. Let's get even deeper than that. Look at Jake Paul. Look what he's done with the world of boxing. Come on, man. That's a big joke nowadays, son. Yeah. You know what I mean? What he done is just disgraceful, my man. You know what I mean? Who's not a boxing fan as a man? And this kid is fighting people that you could tell he's not a boxer. Look when he fought Mike Tyson. There were so many chances of Mike Tyson rocking his head off, and he did it. I mean, you know, this man was just on the line with you. I've been watching his videos too. It's just recently. There's a bunch of games out here, man. The NFL is completely rigged out. That's why I don't even make bets no more. You know what I mean? Because it's already, you could tell that it's already booked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm listening to you. I was just trying to Google so that I'm saying the right thing here. Okay, so now can I ask, how old are you? How old are you?
I'm in my 40s.
Okay, so if most of professional sports is rigged, scripted, fake, do you still pay the money for cable subscriptions? Do you still go to the arenas? Do you spend astronomical money on food? You take the family and you say, hey, we had a good time. We were entertained.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely not.
Most definitely not.
Nah, I don't, man. No, most definitely not. What are you gonna do about it? Blowing your money on something that is not even, it's not even right. It's fugazi. I mean, it's the world. It's the agenda. They gotta follow an agenda. Look at the Dolphins. You was talking about the Bills, right? Losing consecutive in the Super Bowl. Look at the Dolphins. How many years have the Dolphins been underwater? You know what I mean? Forever and a day. I mean, how much money you think is generated in Miami for the Dolphins? You know what I mean? And it's obvious there's some type of
Can I give you a little pushback?
The closed doors.
Can I give you a little pushback?
Say it again.
Can I give you just a little pushback? Again, I'm not rooting.
Yeah. It's your show, man.
I'm not rooting for sports to be rigged, but I think I have come to the conclusion that it could quite possibly be rigged. If you've ever been with a whore, whether you paid her or not, if you've met a whore or a slore at a club, wherever, you know she's a whore. You hang out, you smash, you know it's just a fantasy, and then you take your ass home. I don't know if you're married now, but you go back and you say, hey, I had a good time, but she was a whore. Is sports kind of like that now?
I think sports has been like that for a hot minute. I think the 85% has been the one, with the blurry vision. But I think, honestly, my man, let's talk real talk, son. I mean, when you living in reality, ain't no way that your discernment is gonna allow you to say, "Oh, my man, what a game, son." Nah, it's impossible. You know what I'm saying? There's no way to going back. That's like walking forward, looking backwards. This is not gonna happen. Once you're awake, it's over. You know what I mean? Forget it.
People said they like my analogy in the live chat. Yeah, a whore is a whore. You just want the fantasy. When we go to these arenas, we just want to be, hey, want to be drunk. Hey, grand slam. And then you go home and you snap out of it. Come on.
My man, you want me to give you a better one?
Please.
I mean, I'm not nowhere near the 85%. You know what I mean? And when the NBA comes along and the NFL comes along, you're looking forward to put your little hats on, your gear on, you Master J's, all that. But at the end of the day, you already know, it's already rigged. So it takes the flavor of it, and it takes the what's the word I'm looking for, my man? It just takes the unique sense of it. You know what I mean? It's already it's like Jake Paul. I hate watching this kid fighting, my man. You know what I mean? The kid is it's a joke, man. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm not that tall, and I think I'll smack the light off his face, man. You know what I'm saying? The kid is not a fighter. When you come from the Bronx, you got to get in that ring every now and then, or else you're going to become food. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, I appreciate the call. I got to get a little backed up here. Salute, man. Thank you.
Hey, Star, you're the kid, man.
Thank you, man. Salute. Yes, sir. Okay. Knicks don't need a championship? I can't agree with that. No, the Knicks need a championship. Number one market. Is that Boris tapping in? Area code 440?
Здравствуйте, старик. Как дела?
How are you, man? Good to hear from you. Charlemagne clapping back at Roland Martin, going back and forth. Any thoughts? You pay attention to the Breakfast Club, right? You study urban media culture, yes?
I do, but I stay away from Breakfast Club in Hot 97. It's pure, utter trash, so I do not pay attention to it. So I have nothing to chime in with that topic. I would like to chime in with our sports rigged. May I?
Professional sports rigged. Boris, take your time. You sent me a link with regards to what in America we call soccer, but in the UK it's football, yes? And Russia as well?
Correct.
Please.
Correct. I wanted to first of all say that the reason why many people do not recognize the player is because he is a player of a lower tier football league.
Okay.
The reason why they are easy prey is because they do not make a lot of money. They make around 60K. So the mafia, they approach these types of people. And in soccer, unlike basketball, you can make multiple bets. You can say who's going to score first. Which leg, right or left, which minute, it's very, very detailed.
Okay.
So what the mafia does is they approach their prey, they give them, let's say, 100K, but they make million on top of that. You know what I mean? So the player knows his capabilities. He knows he will never make it to the Premier League or to the top clubs. So he takes the bait. You know what I mean? That's just, I wanted to chime in about the link that I sent.
Okay.
Now, you have other teams like Barcelona, for example, for those who do not know. They were accused to pay over 7 million euros in between 2001 and 2018 to the vice president of the referee committee of the Spanish Football Federation, which is a grave offense. You know what I mean? In Italy, a whole team, the top team in Italy was relegated because they also bribed the referee. Imagine like the Lakers were relegated to the G League because they were caught in scandals.
Okay.
But a team like the Lakers, you know what I mean? In 1994, there was a player by the name of Andres Escobar. He was a Colombian soccer player. Colombia played against the USA in the World Cup, and they ended up losing 2-1. This player scored an own goal. And because he lost the mafia, the Colombian cartel, a lot of money, he was supposed to meet his relatives in Las Vegas. He chose to go to Colombia because he thought Ish was sweet over there. 3 a.m., mobsters came to him, they pulled up on him, they argued, and they shot him 6 times. Allegedly, after every shot, they shouted, "Goal, goal, goal, goal," because that's how many times the commentator said goal. So in soccer,
Can I jump in? Can I jump in? For those who follow soccer, football, it's very passionate in the UK. I mean, the brawls at the arenas, and I think it's far more dangerous. I could be wrong. I've never been to a football game in the UK, but so much regional, correct me if I'm wrong, regional pride or things by way of just different, I don't know, areas. I mean, it's very intense. So you're saying that
you have,
go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yes. You have, Tommy Robinson. He started off his career as a football hooligan. You could have rival teams that will kill each other because you are in the wrong. You remember the story you shared that you went to Los Angeles wearing the wrong colors. The same can happen in football. You in the wrong town of the wrong part of town, you will get killed. It's very passionate. Now, if I may chime in about basketball, I believe basketball is also rigged.
Definitely. Let me just jump in for a second. I definitely think something's going on there. I just can't see Steph Curry dropping all those shots. Come on, man. I mean, there has to be, I have no proof, some type of controlled, effort because the game has changed. Everybody says it. Former NBA players, especially Charles Barkley, says it's just a 3-point shooting contest at this point. There's got to be something that they have collectively done to get more excitement or what they thought was going to be excitement, but the game has become boring. Go ahead.
To address what you said about Steph Curry, there is this guy on YouTube who is a genius. He goes to these Dave and Buster's like arcades. Okay. He figured out the scam of these basketball hoops, how they are programmed for you to miss. What this guy did, he made his own basketball. He snuck it into the arcade. He made so that every shot he shoots will go in. I kid you not. There is a video of it. And he won so many tickets. By the time he left, they changed the hoop. They were baffled how he got so many shots in because it was designed for you to fail. So maybe there is something in what you're saying. What I wanted to say is that I find it highly suspicious that teams like Cleveland Cavaliers win 3 number 1 picks in 4 years upon the departure of LeBron James. If you remember, he joined the Heat in the summer of 2010. 2011, they draft Kyrie Irving, number 1. 2012, they get Deion Waiters, number 4 overall. And 13-14, it's the guy who his name escapes me because he is that irrelevant. And then 2014, Andrew Wiggins.
Boris, can I ask you to hold on a second because somebody's been on hold for a while. Hey, 818, can you hold or do you want to join the conversation? 818?
Star, I was just on it's Steven from the chat. Listen, the sports ain't rigged, man. You got to stop listening to the hype.
Can you hold on, Stephen? Or Boris, you want Stephen to join the conversation? It's up to you, Boris.
Yo, I'm scared of him. I'm scared of him. No, I'm scared of him. No.
Stephen, hold on. Stephen, hold on. It's up to Boris. If
That's a Russian assassin. I am scared. No.
Okay, well, then I'll put you on hold. I'll come back to you. Hold on.
No, good. I'm with you,
okay.
man.
All right, hang on a second. We're going to put him back on hold. Boris, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I will just finish off by saying even when Anthony Davis left the Pelicans to join the Lakers, next thing you know, Pelicans get the number 1 pick, and it's Zion Williamson. Same thing happened with Mavericks. They traded away Luka, and they ended up getting Cooper Flag. If you want, we can go to 1985 when the whole scandal with the Knicks in the envelope. David Stern had a bent envelope, and he picked it because he wanted the Knicks to turn it around because it's the mecca of sports. You know what I mean? So it's all suspicious to me.
You know, there's got to be some reason why the New York Jets have not won a Super Bowl. Are they not playing get ball? Are they not, joining, I don't know, working with the puppet masters? It's the number 1 market. That baffles me. They haven't won since 1969. New York Jets.
There is a lot of corruption behind the scenes, Star, but it's to say that these sports are clean, they're not. There is a lot of corruption behind the scenes.
Boris, I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
I sent you a link, Star. I sent you a link for the controversy behind Chris Webber in the 1993 NCAA final.
Oh, wow.
In which he was accused of throwing the game. Please watch it. I left you the timestamp.
Hold on a second. I don't see your email. Can you resend that one?
I responded to your email. When you asked me if I can call in.
Just now? I don't see it. Can you resend it, please? Because I don't see it.
Okay, no problem. I will resend it to you.
Thank you, Boris. Thank you, man.
No problem.
Okay.
Take care. Bye.
All right, everybody hold on a second. Sunday going hard in the paint. What's going on Sunday? You and Boris, I was trying to get your comments on the screen. Did you want to talk to Boris? Okay. I don't want to mention anybody's family members. But I got your donation. Sunday, okay. Varnell, I got your donation. Thank you so much. I'm not promoting any drum. I just, I found it to be interesting. And again, Charlemagne said that Roland Martin does text him. So I think they'll be okay. I think that Roland Martin will go back on the Breakfast Club. Again, it's not like Judge Mathis, who's talking about, I want to choose my words carefully. Judge Greg Mathis was it the Art of Dialogue? Was it the Art of Dialogue, guys? Talking about, people, his hitters. He didn't say shooters. His hitters were calling to him, if he wants them to run down on Judge Joe Brown. I said, whoa. Hey there, Stephen, is that you? Area code 818, Stephen?
Yeah. I had to go buy a silver bullet because, I was getting ready. Anyways.
What's up?
Yeah. Man, we can start in a lot of places, but let's start with just the NFL. Like, I really believe people don't understand. I think camera angle from the TV is very different from being on the field. It's very different, right, Star? You agree?
I would agree. I've gone to NFL games, basketball games, baseball games. It's not the same feeling. So you're right. Go ahead.
Yeah. So. And I think that people don't understand, like, for example, you think it's easy for a 5'9" safety to try to tackle Derrick Henry coming at you at 22 miles an hour, thinking that it's scripted because they can't make the tackle because, one, they're scared to. You understand? It's very difficult to try to make a tackle with somebody coming at you with that kind of force.
Right.
2, they're bouncing off because it looks fake, but the guy's coming at you at 22 miles an hour at 6'2", 250. So my thing is, can it be rigged by a ref? Possibly, maybe if he's down and out in life and somebody throws him $100,000. maybe. But as far as to say it's scripted play by play, it's happening so fast.
Well, maybe that was a stretch. I'm throwing some things out here so we can have a healthy discussion. But listen, people have a lot of larceny in their hearts, and certain things where people can get over, cheat, if you will, without getting caught and make a couple of extra bucks. How we've watched police corruption throughout this country for centuries, and we're going to keep on having police corruption, right? Politicians get caught stealing, they go to jail. Embezzlement. Wouldn't you say it's the nature of humans to be disingenuous?
True. Yeah, that's where I believe it can possibly be rigged. Humans will be humans, but to say that it's extremely. This game has been around for hundreds of years. Okay, people are talking about technology. Well, this game has been going around, way beyond when technology was around, and they were. If you Google, they were still kicking 55, 60 yarders in the 40s and 50s.
Okay,
and so technology can to say that there's magnets in the balls that are shifting these balls is kind of like delusional in a way, to say that Steph Curry.
I guess I'm delusional.
Say there is
Stephen, I've reached the point of delusion, but go ahead, land your plane.
Okay. Check this out, Star. Like for the homie to say that there is balls that Steph Curry can make with the turn on a magnet. Let me tell you something, G. I know guys at LA Fitness that are tearing me up. You know what I mean? So to think that a professional NBA player can't drop 23 pointers in a row it's ridiculous. These guys are absolutely that good. They're that good. And we just have to come to that conclusion. But to say that it's scripted, or maybe some players, maybe some reps, but play by play, there is no possible way. It's impossible.
Okay.
It's impossible. It's impossible. Yeah.
I appreciate the call, man. I appreciate you.
No, I appreciate you, Star. Hey, check it out, man. It was nice to call in, man. You have a good rest of your night, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I want you guys to feel free to speak. Land your planes. I give you the last word. I don't keep up with professional sports like I used to back in the 70s and the 80s. I just, my interest shifted, So I can't, sit here with a straight face and say, no, it's not rigged. It's a totally different game. Totally different game, Salute to Lawrence Taylor. I saw a clip of him, talking about, he will always consider Joe Montana to be the greatest football quarterback. The rules changed, and you couldn't touch Tom Brady for the most part. But at the same time, I like Tom Brady, so Mr. Controversy, what's going on, sir? Sent a couple of donations during. Do you want to call in, sir? If I did not get your donation on the screen, Star, what I find fascinating is that none of these niggas having so-called money have yet to sit Sunday down. Are these boys cap? Well, sir, according to Dee's, her name is Boss Sunday. Boss Sunday. Listen, this is the Star Report. This is a machine. It has no feelings, People spend Skrillets, This person has been on hold for a while. Thank you for your patience. Area code 915. Please watch the language. Good evening. Are you there? 915.
915.
Yes,
915. We're here.
How are you, man?
Yes, sir. Just want to get straight to it. Sports has been rigged for over 100 years.
Well, hang on, sir. Charlemagne went in on Roland Martin. Can I just get you to address?
Man, I don't give a.
Oh, watch the language. Watch the language. Watch the language.
I don't care about Charlemagne. Put them in the same group as Stephen A. They're just puppets, black dudes.
Okay.
You know, they're the same. They're the same guy.
Come on.
But sports rigging has been around for over 100 years. Started with baseball. You know, they didn't have no technology back in the day to shift any balls, to move any balls. It's all like human things just to, you know. But I can start from the bottom floor to the top. There's different degrees of this rigging. Like, for example, 2 weeks ago for the UFC, I lost money on this shit because the guy, he
Sir, you got to watch the language. I'm as serious as colon cancer. You got to watch the language. Come on, man.
This guy was a 3-1 favorite, a minus 300. You got to put $300 to win back $100. This guy was a favorite all week. Okay. Long story short, an hour before the fight happened, the line comes crashing down. And real bettors know if you do that, for a line to crash that heavy, there has to be a lot of action, millions and millions of dollars. This was a preliminary fight on the UFC in the Apex. Nobody was paying attention to it, or so they thought. The World Series was on, college football, whatever else was on. So, you know, whatever. The handle was 16 million on this favorite to lose.
Okay.
So by the time the fight came around, this guy was like a minus 120, minus 130. All the money was on this guy to lose in the first round. The FBI's been into it. It was a clear rig. It was a throw. But the thing about this is everyone has their own reasonings. These guys in the UFC, they make no money. They make nothing. Their first two contracts, they don't make anything. So if some guy approaches you saying, hey, if you throw this fight for 70, 80, 100,000, I mean, if their morals aren't in check and they need the money, they're going to do it.
Can I jump in?
He did it. Go ahead, sir.
Can I jump in? There may be some merit to what you're saying. Again, I don't keep up like I used to. But let me just put something on the table here. You know, with today's athletes, faster, bigger, better. In the NFL, there's different types of injuries now. I mean, these guys get turf toe and stuff that, you know, that wasn't such a huge big deal back in the 60s, 70s, and the 80s. And torn.
I wouldn't even take it that.
Hang on. Torn ligaments, all these career-ending injuries. So it kind of makes sense to me that, you know, somebody might say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to have 5 years left in the NFL or Major League Baseball. I've got a huge mortgage. I got a bunch of kids. I'm going broke. I better take a bag. That makes sense to me. Any response to that?
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, there's different degrees to it. Like, just like what you're saying, oh, I have 5 baby mamas, I got 10 kids and whatever. Like, that's Tyreek Hill right there. He signed what, 140 million guaranteed. Right. And I wouldn't suspect he would rare throw a game because he needs an extra 40, 50 G's, right? I would assume he ended his season this year with an injury, but I'm sure he's going to come back, try to earn another contract, play his heart out, you know? Like, I don't think you can get to a guy like that. But there's plenty of other dudes on the lower scale that, you know, they know that they'll never make a name in the NFL, the NBA, whatever you want to name it, right? I think it just comes down to
Travis Hunter out for the season.
Right. But he'll come back next year, come back stronger. He'll probably won't be on the Dolphins again, but he's gonna play for another.
No, sir. Travis Hunter is with the Jaguars, not the Dolphins.
No, I was talking about Tyreek Hill. With Travis Hunter, he got hurt. I saw the game where he got hurt, but I wouldn't. When you're talking about the athletes getting hurt nowadays, quicker, and you know, I wouldn't even take it that far back where players were getting like easily hurt. Like I remember Adrian Peterson coming back from an ACL, like what 8-10 months later, he put up 2,000 yards after. Okay. I mean, I think some of these guys just aren't built the same. If we're being for real, like there's some guys out there. There's some anomalies. Like you got the Jamar Chases, you got the Derrick Henrys, you got some beasts out there. But you got. Let
me ask you a question. So now Travis Hunter, and I don't know the details, so I need you to educate me. He has to get surgery, his knee surgery. Wow. It's not a career-ending injury, is it, Travis Hunter?
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. I mean, he's about to get married this summer. It seems like, or very soon. He's a young dude. I mean,
sir, he got married already. Sir, he got married already.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck to him. But I hate seeing young players get injuries because you never come back the same. Okay. No matter what it is, you'll never come back the same.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think he'll be all right. But
I appreciate the call, man.
That he would be on IR for 4 weeks, but he's out for the whole year.
Appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Okay. Guys, Travis Hunter got married already, yes? Let me look in the live chat. Thought he had a big wedding, and Deion Sanders didn't show up to his wedding. Shador didn't show up. DJ Wreck and the L Robot. Yes, he got married. Wow. How'd that guy not know that? Listen, I want you guys to educate me. I try to keep up. It's just, I don't know. Not that entertaining to me. Hey, 562, can you turn that down in the background, please? 562, good evening. How are you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you the truth. What I feel about sports nowadays, it ain't rigged. It just a lot of them take this game for granted, and their body is deteriorating. They ain't exercising like they supposed to, and they get against these new players that's too fit. You feel me? They beating them to like in any sport. They beating them to the touchdown. They beating them to the rim. They just outmaneuvering them. They thinking better. They thinking faster. You feel me? They passing the ball faster. You got to look at it like that. I mean, because when the head sports, when the head sports guy, when he fatigued, because he got to play more. He got to play more of the game than anybody. You feel me? And then he only missing because he being frustrated. They own him more. You feel me? When they running them wings. Everybody's jumping on him. Everybody's trying to foul him. You feel me? They trying to really win. They can tear up their body. See the lesser athletes can tear up their body. They can foul you. They can go out. See they making it more complicated for LeBron them. You feel me? People are up in LeBron them face more. They pushing LeBron. You seen in the games how they doing them? They push.
Can I jump in?
Trying to get him out. So I mean,
sir, can I jump in?
Can
I jump in?
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, jump in.
I like your vibe. I like the way you're flowing. I'm trying to follow you, But let me ask you a question. You sound like a knowledgeable man. Is LeBron James on some type of performance enhancement drug? How's he been playing all these years, man? I don't get it.
No, I
don't get it.
No, he in the gym. When every time you watch LeBron, when he got his own little practices going. See, he been practicing. I mean, he was at home teaching his son. You feel me? That's why LeBron is still active. You see how his kids came out. You feel me? You see how
Sir, I think he's on Pharmacist 500. You feel me? I think he's on Pharmacist.
Yeah, because he
ain't no way, sir.
I mean,
ain't no way.
No, LeBron is. I'm telling you, he in that gym heavy. Him and his kids is in that gym because he know he got to keep up that stamina. Because he worked for, but he headed towards $1 billion, and when you gotta head towards $1 billion, you gonna act like you 12 years old out here. You gonna keep on practicing. You gonna keep trying to turn. You gonna do your turnaround jumper like, oh bam, I'm gonna be able to hit this shot if I got to. You feel me? I'm gonna be able to hit from long distance. That's why you stay strong in that.
So before you go, sir, the question is professional sports rigged? Your answer is.
Oh no! It ain't rigged. It's just a lot of injuries. There's a lot of people trying to hurt them. Like when it comes to them big games, it's gonna be a lot of fouling. A lot of people fouled out. A lot of people breaking arms because people. You see how they firing on it. The game turned into a fight, a boxing match. They doing anything for that championship. They nah. I ain't gonna say it ain't a box. I mean, now I know it ain't rigged, but I know it's a blood sport nowadays.
Okay. I appreciate the call, sir.
It's a grip sport.
Appreciate the call.
Yeah, it's all violent. And that's
Thank
me,
you.
Lafayette Love.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Area code 313. We have gone down the rabbit hole of sports. Is it rigged? But my main topic, Charlemagne went in on Roland Martin for 20 minutes. So you have to speed. 313. Yes, no, maybe.
Hey, sir, what's up, baby?
Hey, who's this?
This Lord A from Detroit.
Hey, how are you, sir? It's cracking.
Hey. The sports, NFL, NBA, all rigged.
Okay.
Money ruins everything. Just think about it. Why wouldn't it be rigged?
Okay. I'm listening. Can you turn that down in the background, sir, please? We've got a echo, some type of feedback.
Can you hear me now?
There you go. Yes, sir. So are you okay?
Yeah. Hey,
turn that
it's
down.
definitely rigged.
Okay.
It's rigged from rich people.
Sir, with all due respect, is that powder?
Is the owners,
Sir,
management.
Sir, we got an echo in the background. Is that powder?
No,
it's just a
I do a little bit. I do a little of powder, just a little bit.
I appreciate the honesty. Can you make the adjustments?
Yeah. Adjustments. What you talking about?
Okay, folks. This man has admitted to doing a little powder, so we're gonna play the game with the echo. Go ahead, sir. You were saying?
I think it's genetic.
Say again?
My mom, she was on drugs. I think it got passed down through my bloodstream.
Are you trolling or are you serious?
Yeah.
Sir, can you turn down the laptop? Listen, just
I don't do any drugs.
Turn the volume down.
I may be.
Sir, turn the volume down on the laptop. Just push the button or take the headset off. I can't let you kill the vibe.
Can you hear me now? Is it better now?
What are you doing, sir? You okay? You all right? It's better now. I don't hear the echo. You all right?
Yeah. I just sometimes I.
Are you on that dog food? Maybe it's
like
not the powder.
Even it out. But
okay.
I was talking about the sport.
Well, the dog food will even out the powder. Yes.
No. I do a little fentanyl, but I do small doses of fentanyl.
All right.
I do small doses of fentanyl just to,
Now you're trolling. But listen, go ahead, land your plane, man. Go ahead, land
but
your plane.
I like to smoke and do the fent, watch sports.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, land your plane, sir. Land your plane.
But yeah, it's definitely rigged. Betting is rigged too. All the better apps. All that shit rigged. You shouldn't get involved in none of it.
All right, sir, you're using profanity. I gotta let you go, man. Thank you. Salute. Okay, you wanted to talk about sports. My question on the screen is: professional sports rigged? In your opinion?
In my opinion, it is totally rigged, and it is getting too blatant. What I've seen online is a lot of these professional athletes, they're on the bench discussing the spread. We have a lot of these athletes who know their player props. And the thing that gets me, especially for the NFL, there's something that they always say, well, there's holding on every call. So every play in the NFL, there's at least one person holding. I've noticed lately, a lot of times in the fourth quarter, they get the call holding. And the thing is, that holding had nothing to do with the play. And the thing is, where I'm trying to tie it all back to, when you have these sports leagues in bed with these gambling companies, I have never met a company that gets in bed with another company to lose money. They have an incentive to make sure that, hey, you know what? If Patrick Mahomes is the favorite, well, we can't have him win this game, or the vice versa. Okay. It's too much money behind these sports for it not to be a little bit off, off kilter.
Disingenuous.
Yeah, and a lot of people will bring up the players. In my personal opinion, I don't think it's the players, especially with the players we got now. Once they retire, they go on podcasts, they go run their mouth. I really do think it's the refs. As I said about the holding, about these, like I'm watching the Knicks game tonight, and I see Karl Anthony Towns getting fouled 4 times, no call. But the thing is, any other player, let's say LeBron, is going to get called. So what's the discrepancy? What's behind that?
Were you asking me, or you were just making?
No. I was that was an open-ended question.
Okay. Hey man, I appreciate the call.
I do appreciate you taking my call, and I'm glad you're out the hospital and feeling well. Thank you for giving me the time to speak.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Janet, thank you for your patience. Are you there, Janet? It's now Thursday morning.
Yes, I am. Star, how are you? You good?
I'm alive. Niggas out here dying, and here I am.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Praise God.
Praise God. Come on.
The reason I'm calling in, and I hope you don't mind, is about the Tish Hyman thing.
Come on.
First of all, I've been seeing all these little commentaries on the social media, okay? And it's like a lot of the LGBTQI is going after her because they feel that she had insulted the gentleman by calling him a woman. First of all, okay.
She did.
Now, if you want to be called a woman, okay, you can be called a woman. Like I said, like I said before, I don't have no problem with it because the man touched me and touched you. He feels a different sensation. So that's fact. Now, the second thing is, right, if you're going to call yourself a woman, stop going in these bathrooms with your dingling hanging out, and expect somebody to pretend that that's a vagina. Come on now. When do the fantasy stop and reality steps in? What's going on? You're going in there with these full beards, shaving with the shaving cream and all this other stuff in the mirrors. Come on, these are women that go home to their husbands and stuff. You understand? They got kids. If you're gonna be a woman, then be what a woman would do. A woman wouldn't stand in the middle of the bathroom naked unless she was crazy or something like that. And here you are standing in the middle of the damn common area with the dingling hanging out, and then get mad that somebody call you a woman. And I want to tell something to the black trans women. I've been watching you, but I have been supporting you for a long time. But I've been watching you on this, and you're wrong because you're having these circular arguments where you're coming back with that misogyny shit. Tell myself, it doesn't matter because she looks like a man. She's brick, as they say. But here's the thing: when a white woman went on the news last year talking about the man shaving in the mirror. The Planet Fitness lost about $400 million in value. But here this is because it's a black woman and you think she look masculine. You gonna sit there, black transgender women. I'm calling you out. You sit there and you went on this woman because she's a lesbian, calling her brick and all kinds of stuff, and say she shouldn't be complaining because people confuse her with being a man. Well, maybe they do, but God gave her a vagina and God gave her womanhood, and that womanhood should be respected. I don't care how she looks, how she presents herself. If God gave her the womanhood, then that womanhood should be respected. And if she felt unsafe, as you trans women that had that trans man inside of it, it equals man, you should be wanting to protect her. But no, you all out here going off on her, and I don't think it's right. And this is the problem we have because you keep circling back to this manhood beta stuff that you're doing, and you're not protecting women. And anybody
can I jump in, Janet?
Shows that we were the ones that protected you because you were our children. Now all of a sudden,
can I jump in, Janet?
Standards, if she don't have 15 pounds of makeup on and a 20-pound, 50-pound wig on, then she's brick and she don't need protection. This white man was in the middle of a common area with his penis dingling. That's sexual assault. That's sexual assault because if the lady wasn't brick, as you all say, but she had blonde hair and blue eyes, you would be calling out to defend her. Every so many years, the people you're talking about, Charlemagne and the other guy, they'll be on the thing defending her. Oh, this poor girl had to see this poor woman. But since she's a black woman and she's a lesbian and she don't fit the stereotypical thing of what you would call a woman, you're gonna sit there and not defend her from being sexually assaulted in a public bathroom? I'm sorry, Star. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Can I jump in? Sheesh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, black women started this. Is it fair to say that you ushered in the whole LGBTQ plus community? You co-signed them
because they have a right to exist. Okay. Everyone God put on this earth has a right to exist. Now,
but you championed the behavior. Hold on. You championed the behavior. And then when they started flipping on you like flapjacks on Sunday morning, fighting with you and tussling with you, then all of a sudden, you start singing a different tune. Right?
Yeah, because here's the thing, just like if
black women in corporate America, hang on a sec, I let you
go ahead, say what you gonna say. Talk your talk, Star. Talk your talk.
Black women in corporate America that had, coming out of these secretary terms, and then they became assistants. You co-signed all of the queer theory and other things. You made it cool for white people to then co-sign and adapt to the LG. It wasn't even called that back in those days, but queer theory for the most part. And it somewhere, where was it around? Somewhere in the late 80s, because in 1986 you had the monumental anthem by Gwen Guthrie, "Ain't Nothing Going On But the Rent." So you separated yourself from the black man. Remember that? Remember that monumental song? Ain't nothing going on but the rent. You got to have a J-O-B, right? Sing it with me, Janet. If you want to be with
I don't
me.
know. Go ahead. But here's the thing. Star. All right.
Well, why can't I finish? I let you go. Why can't I finish?
What the sing, Star? Sing. Come on.
I'm not singing. I'm talking facts here. You co-signed them, and then they get to all acting all rambunctious towards you.
Well, first of all,
now you're a victim. Go ahead.
First of all, it wasn't a cosign, it was a protection sign, because these were children, and people got tired of their children getting beat up and all kinds of diseases and all kinds of stuff happening to them. Something has to be understood. And that's just the human nature of things. That's the human nature. We learn from our ignorance. If we don't, we're stupid. Put it that way. All right, so we wasn't willfully ignorant to the fact that our children needed help, and we helped them, stand, and as they should. Now, if they want to be called trans women, whatever they want to be called, trans men, whatever they want to be called, they could be called that. You can't be called a woman. You can be trans woman all day long. Yeah, you're a trans woman. I agree with you 100%. You are a trans woman. That means something inside of you feels this way, and I'm going to respect that, okay? Just like I tell people when they talk about their dead names, people talk about their children and their dead names, and they don't want to accept it. But you know what? Unconditional love states that if somebody says this is who they are and they have a dead name, then you have a funeral for that name and a rebirth for who they are. You meet people where they at. You're meeting people where they at. But
I disagree.
You can't say that you're just one thing and then you walk around.
Jen, and we have to have a conversation. I speak, you speak. We can't just talk on top of each other. So now you're saying still in today's day and time that you will support the delusion of a nigga with a wig claiming to be a woman. I don't. You're not a woman. You're born with male parts. Hold on. I let you speak.
Go ahead.
I cannot claim to be a 14-year-old white girl just because I feel like it. Police run down on me on the highway. Oh, no, I'm not stepping out of the car. I'm 14 and I'm a white girl. No. Get out of the car, Mr. Train. Put your hands up or you're going to get shot. So you are still supporting the delusion of a male who thinks he's a woman being a woman? That's what you're saying?
Well, here's the thing. We gotten off the topic of the situation. We was talking about the woman that was in the bathroom that was sexually assaulted.
That's my question. Just a question. We'll get back on the
Okay,
topic.
all right. So, okay. I am going to support my people on this Martin Luther King stuff that y'all say I be on. I'm going to support them because you know why?
Okay.
Because I have been in people's shoes. The guys say you hurt me, you hurt the least of me, you hurt me.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to stick by that. You know, and I'm going to stick by the saying that schizophrenics build their castles in the sky, and neurotics build their castle in the sky, and psychotics live in them. Yes, I understand these theories. I'm sorry I got it wrong the first time, but I corrected it. I understand these theories. So you people going to be who they are. I'm going to meet you as a human first. I'm going to meet you as a human first. And I understand that we all, through life experiences, become ill towards certain things, and certain stereotypes do seem 100% real. They might be 70% real, but that's just enough to, throw you off. But the thing I'm talking about is the respect and the protection of this woman, and a refusal from the transgender community to do so because they claim she looked brick. And negating the fact that this Caucasian man was standing in the middle of a public area, a common area, where his penis hanging out, and any day, any hour, any minute of second of a day, that is considered sexual assault, and nobody is taking it serious. The cops come, the cops take a report. Did anybody meet this man at his...
Well, hang on a second, Jen. I appreciate your passion. Hold on. I appreciate your passion. Weren't they both put out of Gold's Gym?
No, she was banned from it. They haven't said anything.
Jen, I'm asking a question. Janet, I'm asking you. Weren't they both put out? Or let me look in the live chat. I think they were both put out. It was not just Tish.
Tish was banned.
Okay.
From the gym.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, I appreciate your passion. Do you want to finish up? You want to finish up on that?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish up, and I'm gonna get off the phone before.
No. Hang on. I would like for you to address Charlemagne responding to Roland Martin. I want your opinion on that. Go ahead, Janet, please.
First of all, I don't know anything about it. I don't respect neither one of them for different reasons. Okay. I think they both scammers. But that's just my personal opinion. Okay. So I don't want to talk on them because it might become slander, and I don't want to do that because I don't know them, but I know the things that have been reported in the news and things that have done and commentary of other people over not just the last couple of days, but over the last couple of years. I take whatever they say with a grain of salt, as the old folks used to say. Okay. So, but what I want to state is, here's the fact. The fact that this man who called himself a trans woman, which is good and fine, call yourself what the hell you want to call yourself, okay? But the thing is, if you're going to present as a woman and in your mind you feel that you're a woman, then why are you standing in the middle of a common area with your penis hanging out, and then tell this woman, this biological, God-given woman, that she act like said, don't you like penises? Come on, that's sexual assault. Okay. And then no one is taking this, and it seems like no.
Janet, you're repeating yourself.
Family.
Janet, you're repeating yourself. Janet, you're repeating yourself. You said all this.
Oh, okay. All right. You got to tell me because, I do that all the time. So I'm going to get off the phone now.
I appreciate you, but, we're going into the area where we're just being redundant. Okay. Well, hey, I appreciate your call. Thank you for chiming in on the discussion. Anything else? I'll give you the last word.
No, thank you. I just had that on my chest for a couple of days because I was watching some of these commentaries, and especially in the community, and it hurt me so bad to see these Black trans women say these things about this biological woman because she didn't fit what they subscribe to as being a woman. And
that's what you get for turning your back on the black man. It wasn't just Gwen Guthrie. What was that song with Janet Jackson? What have you done for me lately? Right?
Now, see, I'm going to say something cute here, okay?
Well, hang on.
We have never turned our backs to a black man unless never mind. I'm gonna go ahead and say nighty night.
Big Elvis the Chef. Let me say thank you, sir, for your comment on my other YouTube channel, Squirrel Party. Elvis.
Big Elvis the Chef Rosenberg, I am here, Star.
How are you, man? Good to hear from you.
I'm great. You know, the Squirrel Party, I actually played the whole 2.5 hours.
Thank you.
And I got a lot done. I mean, it was very, very relaxing.
Yeah.
I was able to focus.
Yeah.
And you know, it was a beautiful thing.
Thank you.
And,
and I liked your comment. I pinned your comment at the top of the comments. It said, I needed this.
Yeah, I peeped that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Star.
It's good
to see how you're so involved in your channels. It's so cool.
It's an acquired taste. I was down by the water today, sitting in my truck, smoking a cigar and eating an ice cream sandwich, just enjoying the moment. And then I put on Squirrel Party. What do you want to start? What do you want to start? Charlemagne response to Roland Martin? You have to speed or no?
No, I didn't see the Charlemagne and the Roland Martin thing.
Okay.
I was gonna talk about the sports thing.
Please.
Because I take my son to NBA game, and I also take my son over there to the street, over to the Rucker. I take him to a lot of different spots. I take him to street ball places like on West 4th Street.
Nice.
And we can spend 3 hours on West 4th, and there'll be maybe 2 air balls. You go to an NBA game, there's nothing less than 9.
Okay.
So it's just like I've been teaching my son from years ago. I said, anyone can get the ball, because my son wants to be in the NBA. And I'm like, anyone can get the ball in the hole, son. You have to understand is if you can't play the game, they're not going to let you play on these big scales. So he used to get mad at me, Dad, no, it's not true. But it's so good to hear a show like this, which I will replay some parts of this for him tomorrow.
Thank you.
And I want him to understand that has nothing, anybody could get the damn ball in the hole. You spend 6 hours a day for 3-4 years, you're going to be amazing. You just got to be passionate. But if you really want to get on a team, you got to be able to do what you're told. And you got to be able to play the game. And I love that your show is doing this. And then that guy that was talking earlier about his channel, I'm going to check his channel out.
Yeah.
But it's totally rigged, Star. You know, you go to a street ball game, only two air balls. You go to an NFL game, NBA game, you got 10 air balls.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's the latest video on your channel, Premium Black News?
Premium Black News hasn't really relaunched yet like I want to.
Okay.
But I'm going to. Sir, you can't do it?
What's that?
Okay. No, I'm at the tire place in the Bronx getting my tires done.
Okay.
All right, so give me a good used one. Give me Michelin, though. I want Michelin, please.
I don't know how to.
Look for it, please.
Well, listen, Elvis, when you get time, send me a new banner.
Sorry about that.
Send me a new banner so we can promote you, man. I mean, I appreciate you. And thank you again for your comment on Squirrel Party, man. Salute.
Oh, wait. Star, can I comment on the woman in the gym, the Gold's Gym?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, the woman in the Gold's Gym, you know, there used to be a meme not a meme, but
Tish
a movement that was going on
Tish Hyman.
a few years ago. It was hashtag just let it happen. And it's finally happening where all these straight women were campaigning so hard for this lifestyle to be normalized. And it's just ridiculous. So like nowadays, I say, yeah, okay, you're a woman, but you're not a female. Let's understand that. So, okay, you're a woman. Woman is a construct. Man is a construct. But you're never going to be a female. And these people are running around looking like they got beards, and they don't even try to change their voice. When I was coming up back in the days, they used to be trying to change their voice. They were switching. They were wearing dresses. Now it's absolutely mental illness, and women promoted it. They were the ones that promoted this. They deserve everything they get. Hashtag just let it happen.
Okay.
Because they deserve everything that they're getting. Everything they're getting, they deserve. All right, Star.
Great to talk to you, Elvis. Salute.
All right, peace, man.
Peace, man. Okay. Frankie G, thank you for your patience, man. What's going on with you? Late night, Frankie G.
Shalom, Star.
Shalom.
How you doing?
Shalom, man. What's going on?
Shalom, man. Man, I went into hiding for a little while. I haven't called into the show because my Blue Jays got that work in Game 7 against the Dodgers, and that hoe ass, bitch ass loser, Don Mattingly. Don Mattingly was the goddamn one of the damn hitting coaches for the Blue Jays. And he, you know, he's a loser. So I've been mourning. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to say it again. I thought they put up a valiant effort. I mean, you know, you're hard on them because, you know, that's your team. But I mean, I thought it was a good series. Good series.
Well, people are saying a lot of people are saying it's the best World Series of all time. But let me tell you something. And just because the Dodgers are a juggernaut and a powerhouse and the overwhelming favorite doesn't mean it hurts any less losing in Game 7. Okay. You feel me?
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But I wanted to really, really touch on our sports rigged topic because, I got a lot to say about this. Sports are a reflection of society.
Okay.
Society is corrupt. The small hats got their finger in every cookie jar. Mr. David Stern was the president of the NBA. Now you got Adam Silver, the president of the NBA. The Jews and the Italians been in charge of boxing since the get-go, if you know your history, since the beginning of boxing. The MLB was Bud Selig. He was a small hat too. You know, do you see where I'm going with this? There's a pattern. You know what I mean? Sports are absolutely rigged, just like elections are rigged. Like you say, presidents are selected, not elected. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not the first one to say that. that. You know? What about the blacks? The blacks don't take any of the blame for allowing themselves to be used?
You know, absolutely, man, because like you said, Star, how to, you know, you expect this from them guinea wops, right? Respectfully. You expect this. This is what they do. This is what they live off of. This is like, you know, I mean, extortion and racketeering and all of this stuff. This is their bread and butter, betting, you know, women and all that. So, you know, young athletes coming up in whatever sport, how do you allow yourselves to fall into, you know, the grasp of those scumbags of society? You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna happen. So I don't know if you've seen, but recently, and this is ridiculous now. Like, I'm not sure how up to speed you are, but so they have recently arrested 2 players. I believe the FBI raided and arrested 2 players from the MLB. I don't know if you saw that recently.
I did.
Okay, yeah. So they were doing what's called prop bets. So what they were doing is, I guess, if they were maybe indebted to somebody or whatever, or just giving out tips to whoever, that at the first pitch of an inning would be a ball or a strike. And then you go back and watch the film, and these dudes are tossing the ball in the goddamn dirt where there's not even a remote chance that they might hit the play. You know what I mean? Just to get the you know, the right call or whatever, whoever bet on it.
Can I jump in, Frankie G?
Absolutely, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, with everything you've just said, and I respect what you said. I don't necessarily have to agree, but you know. But now you still watch the World Series, rooted for the Toronto Blue Jays, and you're upset. If you know it's rigged, why are you so emotional? If you know it's rigged.
Yeah, you know what, man? We have to look at ourselves, man. This is this is somewhere where society's got to look at themselves, and everybody's got to start calling things the way they see it. Like we've been just like people are, what's the word I'm looking for? Not trained, but the psychological term, I forget what it is, but basically, like, you know how somebody is programmed, you know, like you're programmed to, like, as a kid, you drive, you drive by, you know what I mean? You drive by a McDonald's and you see, you know, the golden arches and you're like, damn, man, I really want a Big Mac or some nuggets. It's the same thing with sports. Growing up as a kid, you're innocent. Well, you know, not all kids, but you're innocent.
Did you hear my analogy earlier?
No, sorry, Star. I just tuned in not too long ago.
Okay.
But I saw the topic and I really wanted to call in.
I see sports now like whores. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
You
for
know,
sure.
you know, it's all made up. She's dressed up.
Yeah.
Whether she's got collagen injections or Botox or she's got some work done. You know, and you know, after you smash. You want to go back to your life? It was just it was a fantasy. You don't want to talk. You don't want to talk.
Yeah, it was an escape.
I don't want to hear your problems. Don't ask me about mine. I just want to get off, and then I want to leave.
Right.
And then I want to leave. Right? That's
right.
She does her job. She does her job. You know?
Yeah.
You go to the arena, you pay these astronomical prices. Oh my God, I think I paid almost $100 one time, me and my buddy Paul, to go see a UFC event at what is that goddamn Brooklyn?
I've been there before. Yeah, I've been there for a
guys,
fight.
what is that Brooklyn? I forget what it's called.
The Barclays Center.
Barclays. $100 on parking.
Yes, sir.
We go see a UFC match. We must have paid $12 for a beer, if not more. And hey, it was all to be entertained. What do you think about that analogy with whores and sports? You know what it is. Don't be upset.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to say, man, they caught me lacking at the Barclays too a few years ago, man. I think I dropped $80 on parking. I ended up, piling up like $300 on beer and food and whatnot. You know what I mean? So, you know what you're getting, but like I'd like to say, man, like as a kid growing up, you watch sports and then you play sports and you assume everything is, what it is. But the older you get, life teaches you certain lessons. Like Tim Donaghy, the NBA official that was, fixing matches all those years in the NBA. He literally went on. I saw an interview. I can find it and email it to you if you'd like. It was
your word. I'll take your word.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll take your word.
Very, very recent. He was on a platform and they were talking to him when the NBA scandal broke out, right? And they were asking about, do you think there's any more big names involved? Yada, yada, yada. And he said, listen, I know for a fact in 2002, the Utah Jazz, not the Utah Jazz, the Sacramento Kings and Los Angeles Lakers semifinal was fixed. He said straight up on record, the NBA was telling us, we want you to be harsh on these calls tonight because we want to see a Game 7. Okay. And everybody knew it was fixed. He was the only man that went down, and he said he knows for a fact there was at least 3 other officials in the NBA at the time that had their, the mob had their hooks in them too. And as far as I know, nothing's ever been done to them. He was just made the scapegoat and the patsy, that situation. Okay. But it just goes to show you, man, it's every sport. There's nothing that you can't name that's not, doesn't have elements of corruption in it. Like, I'm with you, man. We're dropping, $60, $80 for parking. You got to drop a couple hundred at least or something to entertain yourself at the ballpark. Yeah. Man, run back the steroid era, Star. Mm-hmm. I want to see dudes smashing the ball into the parking lot. Yeah. I want my entertainment. I want my dollars worth. You know what I mean? I ain't got no problem with that. Give them all the performance enhancing drugs.
It's a fact. Frankie,
you know what I mean?
Good to talk to you, man.
Absolutely, Star. We should have a show for a crash show for all the members, man. That would be lit.
Yeah, Deeds has got something planned, maybe this weekend, man. But thank you for your contributions as always. Thank you, man.
Absolutely, Star. You take care.
Okay.